for 3 minutes.
Good. Even better. Have you?
Hello, Internet.
Did you record that too?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm glad I could demonstrate my
posterity.
encyclopedic knowledge of
Of duck
waterfowl
dicks.
genitalia.
I think it's all water-based creature copulation mechanisms.
That makes sense.
Let's discuss this further. Welcome to that
Yeah.
Duck Dick podcast.
Hey guys,
What do you think D&D stands for? That Ducks and Dicks podcast.
Will not spit
Dark
well through
Secrets
touch over the
review.
computer. Okay. Alright, hello Internet, and welcome to the second session of our Blades in the Dark adventures in Konkordat. I am Zach. I will be trying to run this game for this group of yahoos, and I guess we'll get started by naming our characters, or naming off here. Let's go down on the... starting at the top on the Discord server, maybe, so we don't get ourselves all out of order.
duck teeth.
Conveniently at the bottom. Duck teeth.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and I will be playing the Lurk Bird. She got to start some chaos last session with there was a lot of smoke and there were a lot of punches thrown, and that's really it.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'll be reprising my role as Mirko, the knee-breaking spider, who's not literally a spider, that's just an affectation.
Are you sure, though?
Either. Literally nothing you said was true.
Hi, my name's Chris. I'll be playing the part of
Quill.
Vedra. Her nickname is Quill, and she is a demon lawyer. And she has great masks that people just don't understand.
Hi, my name is Kyle. I'm going to be reprising my role of Tyrus, who is supposed to be a very burly, intimidating street man, and then quickly found out that he is not needed to intimidate anybody because Quill just puts on scary masks and everybody just pees.
It's true.
We're lucky we're in the pipe area because there was so much urine.
You're in luck.
Yep.
Haha, haha.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Jitter Sombrerati. You might remember me from such podcasts as most of them. Not all of them, because I'm not in the Argent Springs ones. I'm not playing Belle. I'm not playing, what's-her-face?
Flash?
I'm not playing this cleric whose name I'm forgetting at the moment. I'm playing Maximilian Utkin, who I've nicknamed Shitfingers. I'm not really remembering why. All I remember is that the first thing I did was throw a bomb.
Yeah, and it
First
knocked
thing
you
you did was
into
throw.
shit.
Yeah, you exploded Tyrus into sewage, essentially.
At least
Gotcha.
it wasn't me
You
this
threw a
time.
flashbang that was more bang than flash. I think was the exact phrasing.
All
Yeah,
bang,
you-
no
I
flash.
think you grabbed from the wrong pocket.
Also, your cleric's name was Rook. That took me entirely too long to remember.
Yes, Rook.
Okay,
So long ago.
do we have anything that we need to conclude from last session, or can we start with downtime from this one? I think we're good, right?
I think we're ready for downtime, yeah.
Did we do
Yes.
gang XP? We totally did. Holy crap,
We
our
did.
gang is leveling up quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you guys
amazing what happens when you pick
It's-
a gang that actually plays to your strengths.
Yeah.
It's called synergy.
did the thing that you do, right? And it happened. Okay. Okay, who wants to go first?
I think I know what I want to do. I still have the narrative stuff 100% hammered out, but I mean that can also be affected by the dice rolls.
Exactly.
But Mirko picked up a good bunch of stress last session, so the first thing he's going to do is go indulge his vice. So he heads down to his purveyor, Oblikov, and basically sees if there's anybody who needs their knees rearranged.
You've been working with Oblikov a while, right? Like this
Yeah.
is your old mentor.
Yeah.
All right. Describe Oblikov to me. What's this dude?
I figure he's like a pretty frail-looking old man, but he's got like that freaky Midwest old man muscle, you know? So like,
Okay,
he's the
okay.
He
sort
used
of
to
guy.
bench press cows when he was younger.
Well, yeah, and like he could still probably kick most people's asses up and down the farm, and then go bale hay for the rest of the afternoon.
But he like walks really slow with a limp, and he's all bent over.
Yeah, exactly. And like kind of going gray. He's got like a Fu Manchu going on for some reason because he's old and don't give any fucks, and likes the look
Okay.
of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All
like
right, and you're
he's
sorry, go
always
ahead.
got like a bottle and just constantly drinking out of it, and it's probably straight vodka.
It's just a clear glass bottle
Yeah.
with a clear liquid in it. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. So yeah. And I assume he like holds court in the back of the equivalent of a pool hall somewhere in Pipetown
Yeah, basically.
or nearby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
shitty
you
part
go-
of town.
Okay. So yeah, you go find your old man Oblikov, and he's where he usually is, sitting in the only chair in the place. Everything else is a stool, but he gets the chair all the way at the back of the pool hall, and he's around, right, like shooting pool in what would be the middle of the day, although the day-night cycle doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot in Konkordat. And he sort of gives you the nod, and even you're the only one that ever gets kind of the wave back
Okay.
to the back. My boy, how have you been?
I've been busy. Been applying myself on the streets.
So I heard. Sounds like you're doing booming business.
That's old shit fingers for you.
So I warned you about adding him to your crew.
He does
Nothing
good
but
work.
trouble,
I
that
just
one.
know to stand 5 feet further back now.
We're the smart one. Fast learner. Fast learner, Mirko. Yes, so are you here on business or pleasure?
Well, I do like mixing the two every so often. But if there's anything you need, you know I'm your man.
Yes, yes. Well, there is a small matter of some collections I need made. It's probably beneath you, to be perfectly honest. Now that you're big shot with your tube exchange and
I probably like flag the bartender wordlessly and just like point, being like I'm buying his drink, and just
Yeah.
like I remember where I came from.
yeah, the bartender gives you the nod and like goes back to finishes wife in the glass, and then gets Oblikov's bottle.
Yeah, I
Like-
bet Oblikov hasn't paid for a drink here in like a couple decades, sort of thing.
No. Yeah. So, yeah, we have some rabble rousers that are crew and get out from under the local taxes, if you know what I mean. And you know how it is around here. Everyone pays it.
Yep, I remember, and I will make them see reason. I will give them.
Ah,
I will ensure that they are fast learners like me.
that's what I always liked about you. Very reasonable. Very reasonable. Excellent. Yes, please. Like old times. And he points you to like in like literally loitering outside the store, like dudes with like if this was like the Midwest, they would be like standing outside the 7-Eleven with their 6-pack like
Yeah.
on the concrete embankment outside the 7-Eleven.
Are these trucks with Draculas?
No, these are more like just general ne'er-do-wells. Like they might want to be, like they're aspiring to tracksuit Dracula hood. Like that's what they're shooting for. At the end of the day, these are more like we should be in 5th period French, but we're out here smoking and drinking in front of the 7-Eleven instead.
That's how I
But
learned
it's like-
French.
Well, yeah, but the Canadian 7-Elevens are a little different from
That's
what I
true.
understand. Your beer has to be labeled in both languages, so it helps.
Exactly.
Um,
So yeah, I'll push some buttons, roll some dice.
just like three punk kids out in front, like, and you recognize them, like you recognize like those guys could have been guys you came up with, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how old's Mirko, like,
I figure he's probably like 28, 29. So like he's probably
okay,
older than these guys, but like he
oh
was
yeah,
the wave above.
he over their shit, and like kids these days, and
Yeah.
when he like, yeah, okay,
Well, they don't have any work ethic. Like there's no respect. Yeah.
exactly. So how you want to handle this? They're on what passes for a street. I mean, it's pipe town, so there's pipes everywhere. It's a fairly busy. There's people everywhere going about their business with their heads down.
So yeah, I mean,
It's-
like it's broad daylight, but people in Pipetown know what's what. I probably grab
yeah,
like a handy length of knee breaking pipe and just like twirling it in one hand.
okay.
Like just set it down so I'm kind of like resting my weight on it.
Okay.
And just, gentlemen, you know why I'm here. You know what needs to be done. And you should be very grateful that it is me and not the old man. Because I'm going to give you an education where he would simply give you a beating.
And two of them look like, okay, crap, because they would know you, right? Like,
Yeah.
they would know you here. And also, just sort of point of clarification, there's never broad daylight in Pipetown. Like, daylight doesn't exist.
Yeah, not down this
there's-
far, I
there's never-
figure. There's too much smoke.
And too much smoke and too much stuff above you. Like the lighting you have is completely artificial and it's always the same, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like two of them recoil, but this one dude who like is clearly sees himself as the leader of this gang, if you want to call it that, steps up and he's like still like a head shorter than you. Like he's clearly has yet to grow into, but he's full up in your face. Like, listen, this is our turf. This is our corner now, man. What you got? What's your problem? We don't.
I probably talked to like the person past him to his right
Okay.
and just
Okay.
this is education
He's like-
and just like with one hand still on the pipe just flick it up into the kid, like probably right into like the meat of his thigh
Okay.
and just like let him hit the ground
All right.
and then just like put my boot on him and then hold out my hand to just receive a sack of payment basically.
So he's like on the ground. Are you like standing on the wound, or are you standing on it? Like, do you have a foot on his chest or
On his chest
where?
sort of thing.
All right, cool. So yeah, he's like grabbing his leg and writhing around on the ground, and his two friends are backed away. Like one of them is like right up against the wall of the store.
Yeah.
And the other one is standing a little closer, and it's like, okay, so yes, so we don't actually have any money.
Well,
We haven't actually made a score yet. We're working on it though. That's totally a thing that's happening,
that's
isn't it? Isn't it, Chad? And Chad on the ground like, yeah, totally, it's a totally thing we're doing. Back off.
Chad. Friend Chad. What have we learned?
You're a dick.
Yes. Good observation. And I like probably take a bunch of the weight off of my back foot and put it onto his belly.
You can hear him wheezing.
Yeah. Brad. Talking to like the guy to his right because I figured they're like Chad, Brad, and Thad.
Yeah, something like
Go with that.
really dumb. Yeah.
Brad. I know you have actually performed a few scores. Do not. I have better information than you do. So, you have until tomorrow, or I come back, and I give the rest of you same education, and probably just like twist the boot, and like get like a nice sort of like rub like burn sort of thing on Chad's chest.
Yeah, yeah. Chad like squeals when you do that,
Yeah.
and you can see the other two like back off a little bit more, and Brad's face just goes white. Like, yeah, sure, definitely, yeah, we'll definitely have that money for you tomorrow. We're definitely gonna have that money for you tomorrow. Come on, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get out of here. Let's go. Leave the beer. Go, we're going.
If they do have the money tomorrow,
And
like,
they-
I
if you
probably
let-
want to come back, and because one of the things on my character sheet is always a fine bottle of whiskey, I probably give each of them a shot to like, good, you have learned lesson, and this is, you can get stick, or you can get carrot.
I imagine when you come back the next day, like Chad standing there, like favoring one leg, but he's got like a stick in his hand, right?
Yeah.
And then the other two are standing behind him, and Chad looks like he's gonna fight you for the corner because he's prepared this time, and then Brad just like throws you the money and runs away.
And then yeah,
Great.
I'll go pay Oblikov.
Right. Oblikov is pleased. Done well. You've done well, my boy. They needed taught the ways.
That's why I come
Have
back.
no respect.
I offer education
Yes.
to those who will learn.
Yes, you are an excellent teacher. You should think about that as a profession.
It's almost like we had that conversation. Alright. I'm gonna push button, indulge vice.
Please do.
Cool.
That okay. Everybody's nice.
So I have 4 stress, so I should overindulge here, but because I'm a spider and I have a move, I can just adjust that up or down by 1 or
That
2.
is
So I clear 4 stress.
so busted.
It's
Okay, cool.
so good.
Good job. It's really good. It's a really good.
Yeah.
Like
No,
you basically why roll dice at this point? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It would be even better if I could choose the dice.
Cool.
But, you know, I'm just gonna see if I can end
also
every
true.
mission at like 6 stress and then be fine.
I like all the stress. Yeah. Okay. So that was one of your downtime actions.
Yeah. I figure I can roll into that same sort of thing, just training playbook advancement.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That
And
totally
so
makes
that's-
sense. As
So that's me.
long as this was one of the things that you kind of did.
Yep.
Which yeah. Okay. Cool. Who is next?
I can go if nobody else has
Go,
ideas
Chris.
in mind. Okay.
Sure.
So I kind of saw mine as a kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. Sorry, bird. Didn't mean it.
Excuse me?
He's
Bird,
popular
you know
phrase
you're
where I am
unique.
from.
I do not condone the killings of bird.
Sorry. Kill 2 angels with 1 boulder. Yes, is better.
With 1 satanic bolt.
2 bats with a wrench. Something like that.
Um,
These.
2
So,
lizards with 1 pipe.
what I'm gonna try to do.
Time. We totally did that.
So Quill's gonna go to some. Is there like an arcane library or some? Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm friends with a demon. It's cool. I'm gonna go hang out with her, and we're gonna practice some weird ghost field shit. And basically, that'll count as my resolve training. And since we get 2, since we have the boost for our company, that gives me enough to rank up my attune another level.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna do spooky ghost shit to terrify people so hard they forget that we are the ones who did crimes and such. So I'm gonna try to reduce our
Okay.
heat. I'm gonna try to reduce our heat via ghosts.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
That is all super cool. What is the name of your demon friend? Just so I have it here.
Satara.
Satara. And is Satara like you? Like, does she have a day job and all of this stuff, or is she just like free range demoning?
She kind of gives me shit for selling out and walking among the meat things. She exists mostly in shadows and nightmares and the occasional flickering light, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Between the toes, the destitute.
Yes. She's that itch that you can't quite ever reach. That's her. She gets her jollies that way.
Oh,
So let's
okay.
see how
Awesome
this
sauce.
goes. Boop boop.
Yes.
Got a 6. What's up?
Oh,
It's a pretty solid roll. So how many heat do we relieve based on that?
Using okay, so walk me through what you're trying to do to reduce the heat, like
Well,
step by
okay.
step.
So from the stuff I've read, when people come in contact with ghosts, it doesn't usually go well for them, and they are usually terrified, or some people get worse results. So I figure, there's got to be some people who spread gossip and stuff and point fingers. I just want to make those people untrustworthy because they're babbling incoherent messes, so people don't really believe any of the things they said.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll just, send a small squadron of ghosts to terrify them for a week or two, so that they can't really sleep, and they're paranoid and kind of start turning on their friends and lashing out at people, and that sort of thing.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that sounds. What's your heat level at right now, you guys? I forgot. I'm looking at it
4
here.
right now.
4. Okay. I'm going to phone a friend on that one, and for that kind of heat reduction,
It reduces 3
I
heat.
mean, yep.
It's purely based on just like you say how you're reducing heat, and then roll the dice, and you can't
The
fail
dice
at
tell
it.
you
It's
how
just-
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what would normally be a failure is 1, 4 and 5 is 2, a 6 is 3, and then if you get a crit, it's like 4.
Crit is 5.
5.
Crit is 5.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, so I have reduced the appropriate number on. Oh god, he left.
I think he's still in. Yeah, he's still in Discord
Okay, I have reduced the appropriate number on our heat tracker.
on our gang sheet.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Rank up to
Sweet.
3.
I mean, hopefully he's still on Discord.
It's the storm, I bet.
Now, question that I can't remember from last time. Since we essentially took over that thing from the wizards, did we mark anything on our layer map?
No, we have to figure out which it is.
I see.
So we can
That's
take.
one thing we had to do.
Yeah, we can take generic turf that gets us towards other things, or we can take street fence or terrorize citizens.
Oh, cool.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Zach's laptop froze. We can catch him up on this.
Cool.
Okay. Terrorize citizens sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds like it has some strong synergy with our group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is +2 coin for battle or extortion, which is everything
Kind of our
we've
bag.
done so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
Works for me.
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna mark it so we don't forget. Oh god. I think we marked it at the same time, Andrew. We unbooped each other.
I see it as marked.
Yeah, it's marked.
Oh, there he goes.
Intermission.
Rip.
Yep. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, there he
Hey!
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
At least didn't roll 20.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, but he's not on Discord.
Yeah.
Quick, talk badly about him.
I will not. That is entrapment, good sir.
I hear that he glues his
You're a
beard on.
cop? You gotta tell me if you're a cop.
Who in this room would talk shit about the GM while they're gone?
Pretty
Me?
much all of us.
See, now I
in
think you
this room
guys
isn't a
actually do
GM?
say shit.
Chris, we do. We constantly are saying things behind your back.
Why,
Yeah.
though?
But
Nothing nice.
It's called collaboration. Wait, what's the word that where you
Yeah,
Conspiracy?
that sounds right.
But why though? What'd I do?
they're nice. It's nice things.
Well, I don't know about them, but I always talk about things that I'm excited to show you later. For
I think I need to get HR in the room.
Yes, hi, hello. I am the HR representative for that.
yeah,
TV
I'm still
podcast.
waiting for that pamphlet.
I'm the HR representative from accounting.
Yep.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Public
Hello.
relations.
Good. We
I
filled some
apparently
time.
shouldn't talk talk anymore.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. My computer. This happened last time too. Everybody's Roll20 thing went blank, and then my audio died, and then my computer froze
Oh,
this
fun.
time,
Neat.
which didn't happen last time. This was new. So yeah.
We sorted out what piece of turf that we took from the pipe wizard lizards last time.
Okay, and that was.
Terrorize citizens, so we get +2 coin for battle or extortion jobs. Because that,
Okay.
100% of the jobs we've done so far are battle and extortion.
It's true. Hey,
Hmm.
Zach, if you go to the settings and go all the way to the bottom under chat avatars, you may want to try switching it to small avatar size, and that may free up some bandwidth.
My computer just went blank. My screen just went black again.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it might be a memory issue on this book. I don't know. It's just like a little wimpy Chrome book.
Oh,
You could turn off video entirely if you wanted.
I was about to
So-
say you could set the video. Yeah, set it
Yeah.
to don't receive anything
Yeah.
or broadcast anything, and yeah, we'll just assume that you're still there as long as we can hear you talking. Watch everything like speed up 100%. Oh god.
I think he just froze again. Cool.
Fuck.
So last time we had this
Killed
problem.
him, Chris.
We wound up getting what's his face? That guy from Georgia to dial up with his phone.
Alan?
Alan.
That was interesting.
Alan was interesting. Interesting fellow.
He's in our Argent Springs thing. His connection seems to be a little bit more stable than it was for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think he's still using his phone.
Maybe he's using like a different microphone setup, I believe, too, and it's cutting out a lot of the echo that we were having before. There's still a pretty noticeable delay, like a couple seconds, but he doesn't chop up as much, so it's been a lot better.
Do you mean like using the Discord on his phone? Because he only recently started doing that.
Yeah, I think so. Like the last couple sessions, it hasn't been super choppy. It's just been a little bit of a delay, which I can deal with. Roll. All right. Let's see.
You ever notice how weird dryers are?
Yeah, they are weird. And they always
Why
steal
don't-
socks.
Why don't they have wetteners? It's crazy.
It's
They do.
called
It's
a
a
sieve.
washing machine. Alternatively, it's David Hasselhoff without a shirt on. There you go. Boom.
Hey,
Wow, that is a dated reference, Michael.
What does a thesaurus eat?
The other sources?
Synonym rolls.
Okay, that's a good one. I like it.
I almost fucked it up, but I fixed it.
I like how Kyle looked for a solid 10 seconds like he was going to rip his headset off in disgust and walk away. And I would be like, yeah, no, that's fair.
Close.
Why should you not write with a dull pencil?
Stop it.
Why, Chris?
Because it's pointless.
I love it. Do some more.
I've pulled up
Don't get me like I'm 6.
badjokes.com. What's
Dadjokes.com.
brown? What's brown and sounds like a bell? Dung.
Aww. That one wasn't as good.
Okay.
Reminds me of what's brown and sticky.
A stick.
A stick. Storm, no. Hey.
Did he just drop again?
Boo. Some of these are terrible.
I'll be the judge of that.
Some of these.
Read on, Chris. Read on.
A man walks into the doctor's office with a piece of lettuce hanging out his ass. The doctor takes one look and says, "Geez, it looks like we have one hell of a problem here." And the guy says, "This is just the tip of the iceberg."
Get it? Because lettuce? Iceberg
Because
lettuce?
lettuce.
Yeah, I thought it was
yeah,
going to be something like, let's take a look.
Why can't you
That makes-
hear a
this makes me feel
pterodactyl
less
go to
bad.
the bathroom?
Because
I
the P is
didn't catch
silent.
that.
Yes. What's ET short for?
He's
Because
just not tall.
because he's got really little legs.
Damn it.
I think that the Chris Comedy Hour continues.
It can't be any worse than our Iron Fist episode of Dresden Files.
More people need to play Nier so we can have a Nier spoiler cast because I really want to talk about Nier with more people.
Okay,
I
here's
would love to talk about Nier. I
here's
love
the
it
thing
so
about
much.
Nier. It's not very good.
Okay,
Oh,
we're gonna
shit.
try this without me being video at all.
Cool.
So, sorry about all that, you guys.
It's fine. We're just subject to Chris with a web page of
Here,
what was it,
everyone
dad
do their
jokes or
best
just
job at
shitty
drawing.
jokes?
How
Everyone
did
try to draw Zach.
how did Hitler tie his shoes?
I don't know
with,
what.
with little Nazis.
But that's not even
Oof.
accurate.
That's not even a joke, dude.
Ugh.
That's just like did tiny Nazis tie Hitler's shoes? Because that would actually be kind of
because
magical.
it's a pun.
No, it's
All right.
not a pun. Okay,
Zach, I
so-
have drawn your face for us to look at beneath your image.
okay, good. Are you sure you didn't draw? You sure you didn't draw Andrew,
It really could be almost any of us.
Elf, or our new friend Ferangu, or
It's
you know
totally
any of the guys on our Space Wizards podcast? Like literally any of them could be that guy. Okay, so back to Concordant Crime. So
Yes.
we just took off some heat with, and now we are. Is that so? Vetra trained up and took off some heat, right? Am I remembering that? Because I had a series of issues.
Yes.
Since then. Oh, good. Yeah, somebody remember my glasses. Thank you. That's good. Okay. Who wants to do the next set of downtime before we inevitably disconnect?
I will.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
So I am probably waiting to hear from a messenger for when the next little thief race is
Yeah,
going to be.
the thief scavenger hunt thing.
The scavenger hunt. So
Okay, cool.
like,
Yeah. No.
I
Yeah.
imagine that we don't like meet at the same place every single time for the start, or even get the same messages, or I don't know. Just it's kind
Yeah.
it just shifts around the city like every week.
Yeah, it's like one of those underground marketplaces, except it's like this weird thief sporting event, right?
Yeah.
You get the drop in sort of the normal way, which is somebody runs you over in the street, runs into you in the street and palms you like this set of coordinates that leads you somewhere into the city that you recognize because you're a thief and you know what that means. And when you get there, it's you and like 7 other shady looking people that you recognize from
Yeah.
like previous events, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lord Bentcomb's there, and he is dressed in his finery with his like ruffled coat and his feathered hat, and he's waving the cane that he always carries around. Big, and he always makes it a big show. Like there's only like a dozen spectators there, but they're fairly well offset. Like this is
Yeah.
like a sporting event for rich people, basically. And you are the prize pony that will win the race, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he sets you off in search of like the list you get this time is like what a book written in some ancient language that you don't recognize, but he gives you like a copy of the script, right?
Yeah.
And then like a poem and
Sorry, you cut out
sorry,
for the
I got
first
like
time for me.
okay, so yeah, he gives you this list of like valuable but sort of weird objects to go find, right?
Mhm.
Basically, and you take off into the city to do this. Do you have any? Is there anyone here that you're like chief rivals with? Because I assume you're like one of the better ones, right? Like you're pretty good at this.
I was going to say the
I had only ever done the one race, but I
Okay.
won, so
Okay.
that was
Oh, so
impressive. I probably gave
you're the
like,
new hotness then.
yeah,
Okay.
um, so the person that usually gets, first place isn't really super happy with me because I just out of
Mm,
nowhere.
yeah. Okay.
Uh, so there's that. Beyond that, no, I don't really like interact with any of them. Like I've probably used to be a spectator for a while. So like I know of them, but I've never really directly interacted with them.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. All right. So, but you decided to come back since you were
Yeah.
successful the first time.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't know the city quite as well as these other people, or is that a thing
Right.
that you? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, so I became intrigued because I wanted to follow after them, and I used to try keeping up with them when I was younger, but like the first race is when I felt like I could actually participate without embarrassing myself. So I'm gonna roll Indulge Vice.
Do it. Not bad.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Cool. So that's 4
Yeah.
stress. Okay.
And I'm back down to 3.
Jesus.
Um.
Wow.
Do you want to treat that as a training as well, or do you have something else you want to do with your downtime?
I am going to hold on to my second act downtime and decide when everyone else is gone. Because I don't know yet.
Believe with that roll, do you win with that roll, or is this a
No, I go into like second or third, but it proves that like I'm not at the back of the pack. So it wasn't like a complete fluke sort of thing.
okay. All right? I like that. I like that. When you finish the race, Lord Bentcomb's like manservant
Mm-hmm.
comes over, and sort of, and this is a clearly like broken person. They're dressed fairly nicely because they have to present well, but like
Yeah.
Lord Binkham weighs on somebody who's around him too much, and
Mm-hmm.
like this guy is clearly like just, and he's not super old. He's like
Yeah.
mid 30s, but he is just bent over and won't make eye contact and all of these things. And he comes and he tells you, says, "The Lord would like a word, if you could, before you leave."
Certainly. And I will promptly follow after him.
And he leads you over to Lord Binkham, who is regaling some of the upper class that remain after the contest with clearly made up stories about his own greatness. But everyone is cheering along and seems very entertained by the whole thing.
Mhm.
And as he nods to you as you come over, and then when they disperse, he starts walking and like he expects you to walk with him.
A
Uh,
follow-up question.
okay. And you're in a kind of a rough neighborhood because this is where the race started. And
Mm-hmm.
he seems completely oblivious to any possibility of himself being in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, in his way, like gesturing with the cane and never using it to
Yeah.
properly walk. Um, so folks really took advantage of that whole pipe wizards. I don't even remember anymore thing that the other day. You seem to really be making a name for yourselves. Good job. Good show. Good show.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, I have a request, and you know that when Lord Binkham makes requests, they're not actually requests. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is a thing
Words
he's
are
really done.
words.
He there's a since you were so effective the last time, there's a certain, let's call him individual. He really likes to like a certain individual that has not made good on some of our gambling arrangements, and I was hoping that you and yours might take might do me the service of collecting for me. Uh oh. I forgot to open that document after my computer crashed. Hold on. This individual is fairly well known. His name is Popov. He runs a company that makes mining things, and you can see the disdain in his eyes when he says these things and ways them up. But he's recently taken to he's opened a vanity haberdashery in the River Street district. And a little birdie told me that he moves his money once a week, and an enterprising crew of a large sum of money moving down a river.
I will relay this information to my team.
Sweet.
Excellent. That would be excellent. Of course, any crew that would take advantage of such a situation would be any crew that would take advantage of
Compensated
such a
for.
situation would be free to keep whatever they acquired. I would, however, want some consideration, specifically the gambling debt owed.
Certainly.
Excellent. Excellent. Let me pull this. Finish pulling this up and hoping that Google Docs does not crash my computer. Let me make sure I got you all of the information. Yeah, Yuri Popovich has made his fortune selling substandard equipment to workers. He has a vanity project. He designs hats and sells them to rich people, essentially. And Bird may or may not be familiar with this individual.
Are we allowed
Depends
to
on how
ping him?
into hats.
How much force, sir?
He's a good customer generally. There's just been one lapse, and really, he's paid for protection. I just feel that in this situation, perhaps there can be a lapse of said protection until such debts are paid.
So just a reminder then.
So
A
you don't want
reminder
us to put Yuri on ice.
killing's generally bad for business. At least killing him. The lower classes, whatever. But he is directly financially interlocked with me, so it'd probably be a poor business decision to ice him, as you would say.
Understood. Is there anything else?
Good run tonight. Hope better luck next time.
Thank you, sir.
We have another one of these organized soon, I hope. And he
with
does
that,
like a flourish with the cane and doesn't
yeah.
even wait for you to say anything and just walks off.
It's fine. I'm just gonna go back now.
Cool. So no, that won't be training for me, but I will pass that along with the group whenever we meet up.
Cool. Yeah, and you know that, and I suppose your character specifically would know that Street is a fairly well-off district. They have sort of their own security force. They still pay protection money. And there's a river, and yeah, you'd probably be familiar if you've done like thieving scavenger hunts, you know where this place is probably.
Yeah. I mean, so my rival is a Bluecoat.
Okay, that's exciting.
So yeah. So I've actually probably messed some things up for security firms and the like.
Okay. All right. I like that.
It will
Okay.
probably never come up.
Almost certainly will never come up. Okay, cool. So you're gonna hold on to the other one, your other action for right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Who is next then?
Mine's really easy.
Okay, great. What you got for me, Shitfingers?
I am going to train in the subtle art of shit fingering.
Lubricate.
Okay.
Foreplay.
In what way are you going to train in the subtle art of shit fingering?
So it has been some time since I have attempted to ply my trade without intentionally, shall we say, causing excess destruction, or alternatively, making more work for myself, if you understand what I am saying.
Yeah.
So perhaps a bit of subtlety. Insight and prowess. I'm going to train insight and prowess.
Okay. You're training insight and prowess. You are a dude who blows stuff up.
Yeah, but so the idea is yes, I am. Is blowing things up is good, but blowing people up is not so good. So perhaps I need to be a little bit more careful with the amounts of black powder and gasoline that I use in my everyday problem-solving arsenal.
Okay. And so your way of your way of avoiding your way of becoming more subtle is by blowing things up enough to get better at that.
Yes, more practice.
Where do you do your
make
explosion?
better bombs, blow up? Well, so there is parts of underground piping district areas where if where you can blow stuff up better. Well, no, it's not blow stuff up better.
Is it like
Where,
a pipe graveyard where the old discarded pipes go to die?
Yes, and we make pipe bombs so that out of the pipe pieces, it would then blow up into other pieces of pipes, and is always sort of pipes falling, so into pipe graveyard is many levels down, sort of danger, but is better than nothing.
It's true.
I don't actually know what the Russian accent sounds like, so good luck.
Nothing. Yeah, and that was actually kind of more Polish. But we'll take it. Yeah, cool. No, that sounds great. You go blow up some pipes.
It is also what shitfingers do for fun, but not in fun way at the moment, and very strenuously studious.
So there's serious explosions and then there's fun explosions.
Yes.
It's like the difference between a Ken Burns war film and Michael Bay movie. These are the two options.
Only two.
I love that. Thank you for that.
Only the Michael Bay one deserves the awards, right? Is that what we're getting at here?
Exactly.
I will fly to Louisiana and you will buy me a beer.
I mean, that's the goal.
Yes.
I've already got a day. I'm looking at prices. Let's do it.
Yeah, Mike and Adam are actually like coming down here for like a weekend, so you should just piggyback with them and sweat to death.
Yeah, that sounds.
And die because it's the summer.
I'm like half snowman.
It's true, man.
I was born in Detroit.
Detroit or Detroit?
Detroit.
I was gonna say Detroit. You gotta get that.
Tabernacle.
The day I figured out that Detroit was actually Detroit was like one of the happiest days. Detroit. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So we are training two skills. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Training insight and explosions. Okay.
It's two different skills, so it's perfectly cromulent.
Sounds good to me. Okay. Tyrus.
Yes. Okay, so
What you got for me?
I'm not quite sure the best way to go about this, so I think it's just going to be a long-term project.
Okay.
I want to basically I want to work with accounts receivable and kind of get them up to speed, because we have just essentially a random bunch of street hooligans for whatever reason just decided that we were the outfit to follow and just not up to code right now. So I want to start a project to give them the professional edge.
Okay.
Make them pop, make them stand out. And then in the process, I'm probably going to end up training a skill. I just haven't decided which one yet.
You're getting them their certification.
Yeah, so point of personal privilege. I spent about 4 years training canvassers back in the day, and so what I'm imagining is like endless role plays of like, this is the person who needs
like
beat
dry
up
runs.
/ yeah, and just like, oh, but I don't want to pay. What will you do now? Ha ha ha! And then
Exactly. Yes. It's like, okay, your
yeah,
turn. Step up. Okay, so for this exercise, I am the person you're talking to, and I have money in this pocket. You have to get me to hand it to you.
And after lunch, we go trust
Don't reach in and
falls.
take it yet. Yes. After that, we do rope climbs and trust falls. Yeah, that's what I want to start in terms of a project because
okay,
I
okay,
was
cool.
reading. Yeah. So I wouldn't imagine that anything super narratively exciting happens during the start of this. Maybe as we get closer to conclusion, unless one of them is just like a complete rogue pistol.
That would be amazing. But that's
That would
not,
be
that's not where we're going
No.
with that right away. Probably.
Okay. I can wait.
Yeah. So you train these dudes, and they are just the worst. Like
They are the
half of these dudes can't read. Um, they all speak with like imagine like the lowest class worker accent you can come up with that's like above orc. That's where you're at with like they have trouble they have trouble stringing sentences together.
You say I have to get the money from the talent bucket without taking it. It's
But
not even Russian. They're that bad. It's just
you actually found the only Cockneys in.
They somehow got so lost they
no.
ended up in Konkordat.
I didn't find them. They found us.
It's
an
true.
important
They
distinction.
came looking for you. So actually, the narrative, the fun narrative thing, while you are doing,
We learn to understand each other.
yes, exactly. The real extortion was the friends we made along the way.
Fantastic.
While you're training these guys up, are you training them like at the office?
Ideally, I have so little faith. Don't want to take them outside as long as they are so in any
So they're
manner.
just like camped in the office. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got quarters. We got the space.
You guys do have a place to sleep them. Okay, so
It's only
while
slightly
you're
haunted.
it's also
You
true.
don't know that.
Yeah, that hasn't actually come up yet. We're working on that.
I know.
So while you're doing like these exercises, and you got like them paired off, and they're practicing extorting each other. So does the front door have like a bell on it? Like, is this like the full on like
No,
business door opens, bell rings, door closes?
I would think so. Like that just seems like even a basic level of courtesy that we would have.
Yeah.
You think so, right? Okay, so
I do think so.
bell rings, right?
Okay.
And by the time you get to the front office, standing in it are a very harsh-looking but well-dressed woman, and she's flanked by two dudes that look tough, but also like weirdly interchangeable. Like they're not the same person, but they're dressed exactly the same. They're standing exactly the same. They're armed exactly the same. Something about them that doesn't seem properly differentiated.
Tyrus raises an eyebrow and he goes, "Can I help you?"
Are you the proprietor of? And she's speaking in a really bad Czech accent, which I'm going to try. But are you the proprietor of this establishment?
For now, let's go with yes.
Excellent. And you have assumed the holdings of the Pipe Wizards at, and she rattles off like the coordinates of the pipe house that she took.
Yes.
I am in the right place. She pulls out of a satchel, basically like a well, she sets it on the table and she opens it like a briefcase, and she pulls out just like a bunch of loose leaf parchment paper and sort of sets it down on the desk with a thunk. It's like, this is for you. In assuming the property of the pipe wizards, you have also assumed their responsibilities towards my employers. It would behoove you to look over those responsibilities and understand them, because not doing so would be devastating to your new. And she looks around and sort of inwardly scoffs. Enterprise. And she closes the thing and pulls it off the desk and looks like she's about to leave.
Might I inquire as to who exactly we are now working with? Because the pipe lizards did not deign to tell us.
Yes, that was an oversight on your part. The information you need is contained in the documents. Please look them over. Do not contact us.
Well, I'll get right on that. I presume that you will find us when you need us in the future.
It's the wrong assumption, yes.
Well, then, toodles.
She turns and
in the background, you can hear somebody go, "Oh, who the fuck was that?"
and it's like, "Oh, he fucked my knee, he did! You're supposed to ask first!" So she waits for one of the dudes that's with her to like open the door. It's because she doesn't want to touch anything in this place if she doesn't have to. And then they leave.
Cool.
Have a stack of papers and a bunch of ne'er-do-wells in your back room practicing extortion.
Cool. Good to know.
Okay.
Right. Do I need to roll anything for this long-term project, or?
I'm not sure.
I think starting the clock is one action. And then
I'm about to do. I'm trying to figure out.
You can add it to your character sheet, or Zach can put one on just on the Roll20 sheet. And then if you go to advance it, then you'll be rolling actions.
Okay, so it's just this one creates it, and then I roll it in the future. Okay, and then I would I'll train resolve, because that was talking.
Yeah,
I wasn't bad at talking.
You've been teaching them how to talk, so I mean.
Yeah. So I believe that's me.
Okay, cool. Oh, what just happened? There it is.
That's what Tyrus is thinking to himself.
Wait, what was the second action?
Training resolve.
Oh.
All right. Do you get one tick for starting it, right? Is that correct?
I don't think so. That's not how I've been playing it, at least.
Says when you work on a long-term project, describe what your character does to advance the clock and roll one of your actions.
Okay, cool. So is that that's everybody's
Bird needs a
Bird's got her
Yeah.
second.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
would
think
you like
I'm also
do,
going to
Bird?
spend a coin and take a third.
Okay, cool.
I am
Oh, that sounds awesome.
going to train.
Have an idea what you want to do here?
Insight.
Or would you like to wait?
I've got an idea, but Jordan's training insight, it sounds like.
Yeah. As for how that works, I am probably.
Can I not hear her all of a sudden?
Apparently
Oh,
not.
are you serious? Oh shit.
Let me refresh Discord.
She said she's training in insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great.
He's refreshing Discord.
Oh yeah.
You tell us, and we can catch him up later if he still can't hear you.
Okay.
There we go. I got her back. Cool.
Yay. Okay.
Cool.
I thought maybe you muted me on purpose.
Okay.
So for insight, I am going to. He wanted me to go after this specific other lord sort of thing. Is that right?
Yep, he wanted you to go after Popov.
Okay. So I'm
Louis Popov.
probably going to spend like my free time kind of practicing following after someone specifically.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, I prowl all the time, but like hunting people, I don't really do much of that.
I'm
So
doing something in a
All
similar
right, so
vein.
you're gonna.
If you want to combine actions, or I can maybe assist you on
sure.
yours. Oh wait, you wouldn't have to roll anything.
Yeah, it's just training, but I mean,
Yeah.
I could always assist you depending on what it is.
Basically, I want to see if I can find like an enemy of
Mhm.
our target and befriend them.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So are you gonna follow him around until you see him argue with someone, or are we going to like prowl our underworld connections to see if we can find somebody that makes sense?
I figure like eventually some angry customer is going to come into his fine haberdashery.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
And then I want to like be waiting outside and like do the slick thing where I like lean off of the building and then like, friend, we should discuss matters.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you're waiting outside the haberdashery, I mean, a bunch of fairly well-to-do and not so well-to-do, but want to look like they're well-to-do folks, come in and out of the hat store, the haberdashery, and they come out wearing some nice hats and some not so nice hats and some really weird hats.
I'm thinking like British
Weird
royal
hats.
family fascinators sort of thing, like
There's
the funky headpieces that the ladies of the British royal family wear sometimes.
that going on. It's also Eastern European, so there's slightly more like sequins. Uh,
Good.
but yeah, sequins and like animal prints. We're gonna go with. So,
Classic combination that ages well.
dude, let me tell you about my in-laws and how I'm definitely not drawing inspiration from them right now. The so yeah, and then most of them look pretty happy with the whole thing. But I'm trying to think of what goes wrong with a hat. Like if you walk out with a hat, you know what the hat is. How does this happen?
Like poor quality craftsmanship, or like it gets wet.
Yeah, like the hat melted or something,
Or
right? Like
you found a duplicate that some other fuck was wearing.
It could also
Oh.
be they were overcharged for the hat. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the quality.
True. That's very true. Okay, yeah. Like somebody found out that the hat they were sold at the haberdashery is actually a knockoff of someone else's hat that they've marked way up.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this noble woman, well-to-do woman, because you don't, comes fuming into the store and just yelling up a storm. There's hats flying around, and you can see that there's like if you've been tailing this dude, he is having an argument with this person.
Mhm.
Definitely not happy. After a few minutes, the yelling dies down, and she leaves the store, sort of knocks over the display outside, and fumes down the street towards the elevator that will take her off of River Street and towards the surface-ish area.
Okay. So yeah, I probably like between Bird and I, Bird helps me track her down, and then I see if I can't, just get her off the street and like into a bar or a coffee shop or something, and see if I can't make an ally out of her.
Okay, she's pretty well dressed. She is overdressed in sort of that like if we're doing this, let's go all in. Like she's overdressed in that like really stupid foppish nobles way that you sometimes see in like she's got like 3 or 4 too many layers because that let her wear nicer stuff,
Mhm.
right? Um, and she's wearing a hat that's like pretty crazy on its own. It's got like this wide brim that dips at the edges and like four feathers that are pointing in the wrong directions. Um, and she's not too hard to talk like into a coffee shop,
Okay.
probably. Bird, are you there as well, or are
Yeah.
you?
So my idea was like, if we wanted to convince her that we were legitimate people that could help her out, sort of thing. I was thinking maybe I could name drop my shady friend who is a noble lady.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, so she, if you get her into a, she you see, she's ready to blow off steam about this whole thing and ready to tell somebody about it.
Yeah.
And you you stop at a fairly nice like River Street coffee shop. You get her inside, and she is happy to just talk shit about Popovich just constantly. Um, I can't believe that man. That man makes the most terrible things, and I can't believe he's in fashion. They're wearing him all over the upper levels. It's unbelievable. Can you believe that? He's a talentless hack who can't build who has no eye for fashion. But I must wear him because that is the state of things. It's unbelievable. And she like she like throws back whatever passes for tea in this level of
Hmm.
um.
In this city.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm probably trying to like lead her towards like just like any kind of social engineering vulnerability I can find. Like, who's on his payroll? Who, like, do you know anybody who, like, I can't believe like he keeps those hours in his store. Like, I bet there's probably, and just trying to like social engineer some vulnerability that I can exploit later on this job.
Okay. Yeah. She'll explain that he's not sort of an interloper.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's newish money.
Yep.
Uh, and that makes him like
Paranoid.
that. At once, that makes yeah, that makes him paranoid. But it also means that while he's popular, and he doesn't have like the old school protections in place that a lot of people do. He is the
So
people who are around him because he employs them or because he is
he's paranoid and he's inexperienced.
exactly. And he's not enough. He builds mining. He builds like a disposable welder thing.
Oh god,
That
yep.
he built that, right? His company at least made that.
Okay.
And they make like the headlamps that go out after 3 hours, and
It's a safety
like
feature.
he makes it prevents overheating. He makes terrible like low quality stuff that the workers that they buy because they can afford it, but it's terrible, and everybody knows he's like he's the worker equipment equivalent of like a slumlord essentially.
Okay.
And because of that, like nobody's got any sort of loyalty to this dude at all because that's how he feels with his entire life, right? Like he's got a daughter that he dotes on, but she actually kind of hates him because she's trying to live this like upper class lifestyle, but he's like
God, stop embarrassing me, Dad.
slumlord dad who came
Yeah.
from the streets. Exactly, right? His wife has already left him. In fact, what's the oh she's gone right now. Sorry. I was gonna ask Jordan what her contact's name was.
Oh, because that might be his
Wife
wife.
of this dude. Yeah.
That would be kind of perfect. She's probably on wireless, so she can probably hear us. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Cool. So the mechanical thing I'm doing is I'm trying to like acquire an asset so that we can cool spend it in the job. Oh, good. Roll the cruise tier. Great.
Yay!
Sorry,
Dun, dun, dun.
is this something I would assist you with?
I mean that would help.
Yeah, because I figured like me name dropping the noble lady to like give you some legitimacy sort
Yeah.
of thing.
I mean, it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'll roll tier +1. If it'll let me do that.
Dun dun dun.
Is it gonna let me do that? Bonus dice
Eh.
1. Ah, it's a 3. I have the 3D dice on, and it looked like it was gonna land on 6, but then it bounced off the edge of my monitor.
Oh,
Oh, that's why it takes so much time for your dice to show up.
Yeah.
dude, because I kept like waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. Yeah. No, she's.
So we get the thing, but it's shitty.
So yeah, what she's got is some kind of vague information about that sort of thing, and then she's, let's say, like long term, she's like a contact,
Okay.
but she's like then helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like
Like,
she doesn't know. Like, she has information, but she doesn't know what makes it useful or not.
yeah, new contact acquired. What is this person's
I've
name?
named her Maria on my sheet.
All right, Rachmaninoff. Sure.
I've just got Maria Foppish Noble.
Nice. Fish Noble acquired on a 3.
I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us.
That'll
Not at all.
totally work. Okay. Alabama version, Mike? Is that the O Maria? Oh, it's My Maria, isn't it? My Maria. Okay, anyway, back to the game that we're totally playing. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So, Bird, for your part, you've been tailing this dude, and you know that he lives. He bought a place. You guys remember the Sunspire that we talked about? Okay. So there's a shaft of city where there's nothing built, so the sunlight can actually get down into the lower levels,
Uh-huh.
and a bunch of rich people have built their have places around it, right? With like private gardens and stuff. And this guy used some of his uh terrible equipment money to buy a place on that. It's not very high up, but it's on the Sunspire. And you watch him like take the elevator up, and you can tell generally where he's at. And you know that he doesn't go down into the lower city. He basically goes from home to River Street and back because the haberdashery is like a real passion project for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, um, if you watch him long enough, depending on how long you want to give it, you will see him go. You notice that he is specifically avoiding going back to Lord Binkham at any point.
Yeah.
Hasn't gone back yet. But he will go. He does hit like other lower level gambling establishments. Like this guy might have a real problem, like an
Uh-huh.
actual problem. So yeah, he owes like money to people. Well, he hit a dice game and then like threw some money at a game of darts maybe, and then like lizard races in the lower tubes. Like he's done all these things in the last couple days. Like he just maybe it's almost like he doesn't want to spend any time at home because his home life is terrible too. But he does. Is there anything else I can give you that anything else you would be specifically looking for trying to do?
um I don't know if I should say like is it like could it be a project or something I can use to help towards our upcoming mission? Because like I'll spend the coin to do that and insight training.
Upcoming mission specifically, getting the money from this guy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. If you want to like,
The clock probably won't be. Like, it'll probably be
yeah, the
longer
clock
than you
probably.
can do in one action. So acquire an asset would probably be the sort of thing that you'd be
Okay.
looking
That's
to
what I
do.
was.
But yeah,
That
it just
was
lets you roll your cruise tier, which isn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to get to a tier. But yeah, if
In
you
that
okay.
case, I could just keep it flavored as insight training, but not really something useful for the group, like tangibly.
That sounds fine.
I'm
Um,
probably trying to see if there's like a pattern to when he goes out, sort of thing.
thing I will tell you is he doesn't necessarily leave the shop with the money. The
Okay.
money is transported by the uh, the River Street Constabulary specifically,
Mm-hmm.
and it leaves and it leaves under guard, and it takes basically a pipe to the upper levels.
Okay. Awesome.
Um,
That's it for me, I think.
I have one other thing that I want somebody to do. Whose contact was Tomas, the physic or medical guy?
I
I think
think
it's
that's
just
the
a
Uh,
guy.
general gang contact. So
Okay,
any
cool.
of us?
Okay, so after all this has happened, a runner, like a probably 8 or 9 year old kid, comes to the office breathless, runs in the front door. The bell rings. Who's there?
I know Vetra's usually at the shop unless we're doing stuff.
Okay, and there's no tooth mask currently.
uh,
Not currently.
yeah, Tyrus's downtime was essentially at the hideout,
Yep.
so he's likely there as well.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys are both there, we'll say, when this kid runs in, up the stairs, opens the door, runs to the desk, slams slams a piece of paper that's like been folded several times on the table, looks at you, and then runs away.
Fucking more paper.
Always more paper. Oh yeah, we need to talk about what the other paper was too, but that's up to you guys. So yeah, if you look at this piece of paper, it's just a note from Tomas, that he has someone in his clinic that wants to talk to you, and it's fairly urgent.
Interesting.
Oh,
I will go talk to this man and bring a bottle of painkiller. I have
I
that whiskey I haven't given away yet this session.
I will join, I think. And
Or-
before I go, I will tell Quill, hey, there's another stack of paperwork that we just got. It's related to our acquisition. You should probably look at that.
You see her eyes like literally light up a little bit. She goes, "Oh, excellent! I was looking for something to do with the rest of my day."
That way.
Yeah, cool's a good one to hit with that. Yeah.
And
Um,
does she scurry away? Is it literal scurrying?
It's kind of just like this weird floaty walk thing.
I imagine like every other step doesn't touch the ground.
Yeah. It's like
like
she
the
was,
left foot,
Yeah.
literally
like
her left
they
foot
couldn't
hovers.
afford the proper like animation artists for her, so like she moves at
Oh.
half the speed that her actual physical body is traveling.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so let's do the Thomas thing, and then we'll come back. Who all's going? I got Mirka and Tyrus.
Yes.
Da, comrade.
Okay, so you make it down to Tomas's clinic, and you guys have been here before. Obviously, you know Tomas. He runs one of the. It's not an upscale place. It's sort of like where you go to get patched up after a job goes wrong, essentially.
Mhm.
Um, and you and there's sort of a desk up front that no one ever mans, and then in the back there's just like beds and tables covered with weird unguents and potions and equipment and things. And Tomas is always back here, seeing to someone, right? In this case, there's sort of the usual suspects. There's various like drunkards and people with weird things that you don't want to catch, so you probably don't want to be anywhere near them. You walk in, and Tomas like sees you, and he's he's doing something with a patient, and he sort of holds up one hand, and it takes him a few seconds to finish. And then he pats the patient who's not even moving. You're not even sure that person's still alive. And he walks over to you and says, "Ah, good, you're here. He wanted to speak with you right away."
I just nod and like, then why are you talking to us? Sort of fashion.
Here, I will show you. And then I have other things to do. So he walks to sort of the back of the clinic and throws open a curtain. That's like, there's a few curtained beds back here. He throws open a curtain, and you hear a yelp. And sitting on the bed is a pipe wizard with 2 broken legs.
Mm-hmm.
Who like involuntarily cringes away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrus, you will specifically recognize this person as someone who you served paperwork to, right?
Cool.
And oh god, it's you assholes. Yes, okay. Yes. Trying to control his breathing. Like he's okay. I have a thing for you, but I need a thing from you first.
Go on.
Okay. I can tell you where you can find right now medical bills.
Where we can
Okay,
find what right now?
Yeah, you literally cut out right on the word that says,
person's
I can
name
tell you
or
where to
whatever.
find.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard it. You said something like manacle bills.
Medical bills. I need you to pay all of my bills. I need you to pay for this. This thing you did to me, you need to pay for this. Because I can't afford it on my own. Don't tell Tomas.
And what is our end
Tell
of this
you-
bargain?
I can tell you where to find all of the pipe lizards right now. You guys. I can tell you where to find them right now.
So I probably I pull out that fine bottle of whiskey, and just like start unscrewing the top because it's like fine whiskey, not fine whiskey.
Okay.
And like grab a beaker from somewhere that's probably not clean, but you know, alcohol is a great disinfectant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's what it's for, right?
Yeah,
That's why my body is never sick.
yeah. Pour a bit in, swish it around a bit, and like hand him the beaker.
Right. He'll take it from you and like look at it, like look at the table it came off of, and then you can see him just like, yeah, whatever.
It's medicine.
Those is the best I'm gonna get around here. Yeah, I can't afford to fix my legs, and I need my legs fixed. I start taking stuff from the pipe wizards. You gotta take stuff from the pipe lizards too, because otherwise they're gonna beat us. So you have to take their stuff too. I can tell you where they all are, and you assholes can go kill those or take those assholes' stuff, and we can all be fine again.
Just compelling offer, and I like take the beaker back from him, put another shot in, hand it back to him.
Now, what do they have that we would want? Because if I'm getting this straight, the lizards are the smaller and weaker offshoot. So, what do they have that we would actually want to lay claim to?
The lizards have a lot. They are like the low level. Has everything gang, like in Nobody Wants Pipe Town. But they are like,
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah.
No man, like they got they're all up in the pipes. They have all that territory, and they've got all the contracts and the maps. They know where the pipes lead. Come on, you guys know you want this.
I'm probably gonna see if I can like recruit
I-
him, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're gonna like make the motion to let him give us a moment and then like step back and do the hush hush conferring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Like
You
we
close,
totally.
you close the sheet.
Yeah. Yeah, we closed the sheet as though it's soundproof.
So what the two of you would know about the pipe lizards, right, is that they were the original gang,
And then the
right?
wizards are the offshoot.
For the wizards did the offshoot thing.
Yeah.
And they are semi-legit, but they're also like, they're basically like crime pigeons.
Yep.
They're just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get rid of them.
Yep.
And people have just like ceded things to them because they don't want to deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's where the pipe lizards are.
Okay.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, like let's get the intel out of them, but let's also be like, hey, your legs don't work. You're probably not too much used to the wizards anymore. But we've got a crew that could use, capable leadership. How does management sound?
Middle
Well, yes.
middle managed.
Yes. Lower.
You have to clarify these
Lower
things.
middle management.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Crap. Like, that's. Are you guys actually saying this to him? Like, is that actually
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the pitch I'm making.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think I can work with that. I mean, I'm gonna need like or something, but okay.
You're gonna need what?
Some braces or a chair or something.
Oh yeah. No, we'll
Oh,
talk to Tomas. We'll get that sorted. You are a friend now.
It's part of benefit plan.
Okay.
Yes, benefit plan.
So,
You get the benefit of
I
working
do.
with us.
I'm
I
sorry.
do love siding with the winners.
There are many bennies.
So many.
All
bennies,
about the
man.
Bennymans.
We don't have dental, but we've got optical, so you're fine.
Mhm.
I think we don't have a dental plan specifically because of Quill's masks.
That is the dental plan. Right?
Yeah.
Right, we
That's
do have a
the
dental plan. It just all goes to Quill.
Lucy needs
The
braces.
tooth, you give it to Quill. That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
Dental plan. Quill needs braces. Dental plan.
Okay. So he's like, okay. So make sure you get the whole thing paid for. Here's the deal. Here, there's peace talks going on right now between the wizards and the lizards.
We can blow talks up into pieces.
People. Reunify, or they need to reunify because I'm in your middle management now. They need to reunify to like fight you people off because you're terrifying, right?
Yes, we are. Glad you noticed.
So the lizards are waiting for the wizards in the guzzle bucket. You guys recognize? You guys recognize this name? It's basically like an open-topped cistern
Yep.
from way back in the day that has since been emptied and turned into like a really terrible bar, like a super dive bar, right? And it's in what is ostensibly pipe lizard territory, if they could actually like control their own territory.
That's how you get into
so-
it. You have to dive into the bar.
Guzzle bucket, yeah. Guzzle bucket. If you
Okay.
go
Like-
there
Like
now,
a sizzler, but like more of a mid-range sizzler instead of a
yeah.
So just so I
You
have
find
this
in Ohio.
clear,
Yeah.
we've hired the guy whose legs are broke, and
Yes.
we are going to go surprise some people at the guzzle bucket.
Yes.
Okay.
I think what
Surprise!
is happening is we are being given two competing jobs. Although possibly they are
so-
competing.
Yeah, possibly they're just both jobs.
Yeah.
So if you go to the guzzle bucket right now, you can hit the lizards, you can get them, you can burn them, you can sign them over, whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
But they're all there right now, and most of them are going to be drunk.
Excellent. I probably
It's a
leave him
good
the
detail.
bottle. Yes.
Oh,
Is
did
the
we
alcohol
ask
high
how-
proof? This is important tactical information.
The guzzle bucket is pretty good stuff, yeah.
Did we ask how much his medical bill is going to be? we kind of tacitly agreed to pay it.
I think I can just talk Tomas out of it because he's a friend.
Sweet.
Yeah,
It
you can
could
put it
also
on the you can put it on the tab, and that might come due at some point. But yeah, Tomas
Yeah.
is a buddy,
Yeah.
so
It could also be one of those bribes or payments where it's not really a coin, but like
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
giving money.
Favors.
yeah, it's like
Okay.
somewhere under
Cool.
a coin.
I believe you will find that we did not sign any paperwork indicating that
Verbal
we will
contracts
accept
only,
the
not
burden
valid.
of any payments.
All right.
Man, if that's the route you want to take, I'm totally fine with that.
No, I think we're just gonna be like, hey, Tomas, put this on our tab.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to do before I tell Quill what the hell that stack of paper says?
Before we leave, I walk over to the man very solemnly, and I lean down to him and I say, "You are not part of the organization yet. Do need to ask you something. Did you fill out that survey about how effective we are? Because this is very important. You will find this is very important to the growth of our organization."
Oh,
don't-
yeah. You mean this? And he pulls this like wadded up, wet, terrible piece of paper out of his like
Hospital
pants.
gown.
I
Well,
guess.
I
I don't even know if he's got pockets. And he holds it out, and it's just like a bloody handprint.
well, I can already see one mistake because that was probably stapled to you. So yes, okay. So that's good first step. Yes, please make sure that's filled out before next time.
I think I can do that. It's not like I'm going anywhere. You have like a fresh
Okay,
copy I could use.
Shit. I'll get one to you.
I probably like produce one out of a back pocket because it's just we're here on business.
Yes.
He'll take it and sort of roll to the side and try to forget about you people for a little while at least.
Mhm.
While this thing, okay. What do you want to do now that we've handed over the survey?
Mm-hmm. He's got his survey. Yes, and then Tyrus he's done now. He's done what he needs to do.
Let's go around the.
He's a very focused person. Okay, Quill. What you have, if you're looking over the stack of paper that Tyrus pointed you at,
Always.
is like 200 loose leaf pages
Mhm.
of really, really crazily arcane contract law.
Mhm.
Sorry, hold on. So the is that the pipe wizards, who you have now assumed responsibility for the holdings of, signed up to acquire a copy of, well, the only existing copy of the Fondat Concordata,
Oh, good.
4th volume.
Fondant, like the
Uh,
stuff that goes on cake.
I think it's the
yes.
founding document.
Mm.
This is
Yeah,
this
so
is the
someone
Magna
with your
Carta.
lawyerly acumen would recognize that this is like the semi-mythical tome, or one of them at least, that contains like the original spirit contracts that the city is founded on.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is volume 4 specifically. They specify, and it is from legend, local legend, that it is kept in the Archiva Concordatae, the big central library that holds like all of the Titan class movers and shakers law stuff, and that is a really, really rough lift to get into and out of carrying anything. In fact, people of your station probably aren't even allowed in. It's heavily guarded. It's a big deal. You also know that based on the contract, you have a limited amount of time to get this done. Specifically, I have started a 12 step clock
Mhm.
end of that, the contract defaults,
Mm-hmm.
and legally all of your holdings go to the holders of this contract on the other end.
Are they never specified?
Within the contract, they are not.
Awesome.
So, is it signed?
Signed, yes. It is
Okay.
signed by one Fanya,
Uh-huh.
someone who like put 3 X's in a row and drew a lizard afterwards.
Okay. Now it's not signed by any other party? It's just the pipe lizard lady?
Lizards and and Fanya, the signant.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
pipe lizard signed it, so we've inherited it.
I feel like there's a way out of this contract.
I mean, probably, but
You're certainly welcome to try to find one.
at present we are bound by it.
My research has revealed a few interesting details. Number one is this is not our fucking problem.
No, let us go be the problem of the pipe lizards.
When we signed over, when they
I'll be right
signed
back.
over their property, there was no implication in my very carefully worded contract that we would take on any of their obligations.
I think it's more that people bigger and scarier than us are implying it anyways.
I fear very few things.
It's great. Not all of us have
A
crazy
toothbrush.
teeth masks.
Having to floss.
Would you like a mask?
Tooth decay. No. Very no.
I can
Hard no.
make one to your
The
specifications.
firmest no you have ever encountered.
A no is just a yes you haven't met yet.
Hard pass. I'm trying to imagine if all those teeth came from one place, like if hockey exists in this universe.
It is probably for the best if you do not inquire as to the source of my dental
At least one of them is
apparatuses.
probably Shitfingers because he talked about losing some teeth when he incorrectly uncorked a bottle in the first episode.
I have a feeling that like she knows where each tooth
Oh,
came
yeah.
from and could probably tell you the story of each single one
Well, like,
and like when
Name
it was
and
lost.
date and excruciating detail of every single
Yeah.
tooth, yes.
Emphasis on the excruciating.
Mm.
It's like the King Killer Chronicles. Instead of a sword, you can't wield the mask until you have memorized in full detail its entire history.
Yeah, I definitely don't want a mask.
Can make you one out of other materials.
Okay.
Bones,
I will
eyes.
inject myself once again into this uplifting conversation.
Mhm.
So essentially, what the pipe lizards did, or pipe wizards did, was they have signed this contract. They got super ambitious and decided they were going to do this thing, right? And as part of it, they put up their holdings as collateral performance of this thing, right? And when you took over their holdings, you took over their contract, but you don't just have their holdings; you have your holdings too. As far as you know, so Vetro, we also didn't cover last time. I sort of dropped it and didn't follow up. Are you like recognized by any sort of bar association? In like, is there an official like registering body for?
Who is to say, really? Some people say you must fake it until you make it.
Okay. Okay then.
I don't know. Maybe there is. See, I don't know if there would be like enough people to necessitate like a whole bar organization.
I
but
imagine there is like a bar association, but one of the legitimate avenues of entry is having faked it successfully for 5 years or something. Because this seems
Yeah.
like that sort of city where it's just like, yeah, you faked it long enough. Congratulations, you have squatted on a law degree. You have squatters' rights now.
Okay. Yeah. So this thing is big enough and weird enough that your lawyer brain is thinking that maybe there's probably a way out of this, and it's worth exploring. It's going to take some time though to really get to the bottom of that.
I had two ideas. One, we strike up friendship with another guild and then swap some territory for some territory as a sign of like shared borders and stuff like that. So then that's their fucking problem.
I mean,
The other
we are
one-
about to make peace with the wizards.
The other one, if we have 2,000 pages of loose leaf, really, who's to say there wasn't 2001 that spelled out that the recipient is us, and that whoever has, if it's defaulted, basically our property goes to us, because I mean this was drawn up before we conquered this territory, so it's just a weird legal loophole where we end up getting our shit if we default on the contract. I like the first one more though.
The first one I love.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like, here you go, and then suddenly the wizards own it, and the lizards fucked up the job. And we're a, like, negative relationship with both of them, and we totally just poached some talent from the wizards. We're about to go blow
Talent in enormous air quotes.
Oh, yes. I figure he fits in very well with our Tier 0 thugs.
It's true. It's true. He can go right into the training.
Into training, yes.
I imagine before he went to work the day that we went there, he looked in the mirror. He's like, "Time to go break a leg."
God damn it!
It's that Robot Chicken sketch with the guy, the alien who gets its arms cut off in the first Star Wars movie.
Yep.
It's
Oh.
exactly that.
He went above and beyond.
All right. So we've been at this almost 2 hours now. We can maybe do a job.
Maybe.
I like explosions.
Explosions are pretty cool. Explosions are pretty cool.
Short and sweet.
Are we acting
Mhm.
like other party members now? Oh no, please do not wear the mask. It is creepy. I'm trying to sleep. Please don't hover over my bed so much. Fucking whatever, guys.
Somebody's bitter.
I'm a bit prickly. I'm sorry.
Does Quill even sleep? Like, is that a problem? Like, is Quill just like wandering at all hours, just through the guild hall, occasionally throwing on the mask just because?
Maybe that's how Quill sleeps, is like when the mask is on, Quill can actually like relax somewhat.
Oh
I just
God!
imagine she puts it on during mission and she's like narcoleptic.
Yeah.
I imagine her putting on the mask and then just like climbing a wall, spider style, and
Yeah.
like sleeping on the ceiling. Just something like truly horrifying.
Not even like spider style, like just like turns 90
Yeah.
degrees and starts walking vertically instead of horizontally because doesn't know better.
Right? Yeah. You weird humans with your physical bodies.
Yeah.
Bird
You're-
would find that incredibly impressive, actually, more than creepy.
Teach me that, because that's awesome.
Yeah.
First you need to lose physical meat shell. Hold still.
Well, yeah,
Except
you
for
got-
my next race.
you have to Zahir.
Yep.
You have to basically just give up all material possessions. Okay. So yeah, there's a couple things you can be doing. Actually, there's like several things you can be doing. A couple of them are mildly time sensitive.
I think we go bomb some peace accords.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm mostly leaning towards that request Lord Benchcombe made to me.
Oh, you would? It strikes you as probably fairly lucrative. Also, he's Lord Binkham, so
Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to disappoint him.
Is there a... Did you discuss terms of payment with your benefactor?
You essentially the idea you got, and I'm not sure if it came across
Oh, is
while I
we
was
just get
talking.
to rob him, and then some of
Yeah.
it is for him?
Yeah, you get to keep everything but the gambling debts essentially
Okay.
that you take,
Yeah.
because you should
The
be more careful.
only
Mhm.
condition is he can't die. Or rather, it's preferable that he does not die.
Might be frowned upon should he
Yes.
be violenced to death on the
Okay.
way.
So, I mean, yeah, we can either heist the haberdashery, or I think we should blow up the peace talks, because that sounded like it was happening immediately.
Yeah, that's happening like now or very soon.
Yeah. Whereas the heist could happen a few days later. And we can just tell your benefactor that we were being thorough.
Right. Did he make some sort of request on time? Just so that I know. Lord Benchcombe, I mean. Did he request it be done within a certain time frame?
No, just
Cool. Peace talks to this.
yeah.
The danger with Benchcombs, I think, is just the longer we wait, the more money he'll have burnt at various casinos and whatnot.
Exactly.
But yeah, let's go blow up a peace talk, I think.
Okay. So
How do we decide who goes on, like, what job happens? Is it like a democracy, or?
Oh. I do not know. Is anybody gonna try to call the shots, or
I'm pushing hard for the peace talks.
So it's really easy. You've got my vote because you said bomb a peace talk, and that sounds perfect.
Agree.
But the question is whether or not, like, Vetra counts her votes for 3, because I don't think any of us want to get on her bad side.
When we return from this mission, we have to sit down and talk about some things. Is not the problem now. It is I'm going to hand you some papers, and I need you to encourage any potential victims to sign it before bad things happen to them.
That is standard operating procedure, no?
I just like to reiterate sometimes. It's you're all doing very good. High marks for presentation and creativity.
Shitfingers, do you take kindly to your work being described as creation and not destruction?
He did create a makeshift lever.
That's true, yeah.
yeah, you did.
Out of that awesome 20-minute welding tool.
With a crowbar.
Crowbar.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Let's go blow some shit up, though.
Yes. How does this always happen to me?
Which I'm thinking is probably an assault plan, knowing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we will covertly go to these people and silently blow up their shit.
Yep.
We will do this by making mini cakes with several layers of fondant.
This is a sneaking mission. All weapons are procured on site.
I'm thinking assault, and I think our point of attack is, like, a couple of us are down on the ground level, but it was described as like an open cistern, and it's probably filled with poop gas, which means if we have Shitfingers up above, he can drop in another bang flash.
I have an idea. Why not create some sort of self-contained underwater breathing apparatus? Swim through Shitfinger sewage. I guess that's just general sewage at that point. Deposit bomb. Make as many complicated moving parts as possible for this plan.
I like throw bomb, wait for them to evacuate, and murder.
Why do we not
Why
just
evacuate?
arrive?
Why not just murder?
Why do we not just arrive as mediator and entourage?
I think they don't like us already, but sure, we can.
We can.
I think we keep plans simple and go in and distribute legal documents. with violence.
Staplers to faces.
Good thing I've got one in skirmish.
What's mine? Low, I think. Low. I was gonna switch my hunt to skirmish and I forgot to, so boo. Oh well. I'm more of a words person anyway, it's fine.
That's primarily my function.
Words and ghosts.
I am here for skirmish.
Okay, so assault, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they meeting like inside the cistern?
Yeah, it's like the bar is in a cistern.
That seems bad.
For them, yes.
Should we just like roll into the bar as if we're there to
And
hang out at a bar?
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Mm-hmm. Walk into the club like, what up? I got the bang flash.
Oh god.
See, is the best plan.
Some of these cisterns are cool as shit.
Phrasing.
Why are you looking at shit sterns?
Because I wanted to make sure the thing I was thinking of was the thing that it was, and it is.
Okay.
what is the thing you're thinking of?
A cistern.
This thing. Check that thing out. That's cool.
Cistern.
Never knew how much I
A
missed on.
soul cistern.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Where'd that go?
I think he's just letting us talk ourselves into terrible places.
Oh,
Mhm.
The corner.
Mm-hmm.
we repel in, and
Oh,
then
no, he
There
just
you go.
crashed.
Okay,
Fun.
Yeah, I
well,
was like-
we can. Oh,
Zach.
hello.
Hello. Old
Zachary?
friend.
Hello, we have many questions for you.
Zickery.
Hello, Dirk. Oh shit, he's trying to talk. But... yeah, it's
Can I be heard now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yay.
All
I
right, cool.
just pulled up my
I
good,
was
bad
kind of letting
jokes
you talk
page.
yourself into a corner, but I was also not
Okay.
able to be heard apparently. So,
Mhm.
uh,
And the fan hit the shit.
bomb hit the shit, or the booze hit the shit, or something. So, what is somebody tell me what's happening?
Assault. And then a pepper.
Mhm.
That's -1 die, Chris.
Oh.
Yep. We do not tolerate puns in this operation.
You've signed on to the wrong crew. So we're gonna assault, and are we just gonna like stroll in? I mean,
He's worked
Be
last
like,
time.
what up? I've got
So
big...
some of you have probably been to this place before. It is huge as far as a cistern goes, but it's a relatively normal sized bar. It does have sort of multiple seating levels because the bottom sort of comes to a point,
Okay.
and the walls at the top end are kind of like 15 feet tall, and then it's opens and there's a space at least before you get to the next set of pipes. Probably 40 feet deep, and probably 50 feet wide.
so it's tiny, is what you're
Bottom.
saying.
It's not huge. It's not huge.
I think we've got what it takes to just go through that front door.
Wait, I have a question. So we just want to like kick both their asses. Like, are we doing any talking at all?
I don't think we're gonna be doing too much
Nope.
talking, other than like sign
Okay.
documents or Tyrus cuts throat.
I have an idea. I could go in and start a bar fight with my lurk ability.
Which lurk ability?
It is the Devil's Footsteps. So I get to push myself, and I can make enemies attack each other.
Oh, nice.
I think save that for once we're in the
Sure.
mix.
Yep.
We have
Just
to have
'cause-
somebody
'cause-
around to sign a paper.
Well, just because yeah, we need one
That's all we
survivor.
require. Just one guy. One guy has to be alive.
One survivor, and like, I mean, the engagement part is supposed to be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just roll in. We'll demand signatures, and then if shit goes bad, it's gonna go bad for them. I'm pretty sure.
Somebody give me an engagement roll then.
How many die do we get?
Well, you got one just for showing up.
Mhm.
I mean, I think strolling into the enemy hangout while they're all supposed to be there
Still brazen.
It's pretty brazen. It's pretty daring. Yeah, you guys definitely roll brazen. It's not a complicated plan.
We can make it
A
complicated.
2?
You lose dice for complications.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to make it complicated.
Oh.
So
I think 2.
Yes.
2 dice.
Okay.
we got a 6. What's up? Eat it.
Nice.
Oh. Okay. So we start the scene. Are you guys going hard, or are you like going soft here? Like, are you walking in and trying to make conversation, or are you gonna like walk in and immediately threaten somebody?
I think it's with the 6. I think we
There-
walk in and someone is immediately cold cocked, and then have
No,
us
no,
grab.
no.
Yeah. So like,
I roll in a bomb.
Yes.
That is how we
Yep.
proceed.
Yep.
Ben.
like
Consistency.
works at an angle of 2 directions, and you like walk into pyro. Is that how this works?
I was gonna say, is this like a smoke grenade with a little bit of flash to it that draws everybody's attention
Yeah.
and you walk in all cool like rock stars?
Da 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 da.
It's like shattering glass and then like rock music behind
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And wait, how do we feel about breaking like a wall? Are we
I'm
leader
okay
less
with
of
that.
the destroying peoples, or
Who is this? Like, is anybody particularly associated with this bar that is important to the town?
Not really. No.
okay? I'm going to wreck a wall because the regular door is too small, and then we can all enter 5 abreast.
Yeah, Doom does not enter
Who-
the room through the door like a peasant.
Kool-Aid Man. Yes. Yes. You're gonna Kool-Aid Man through the wall. Okay. Great.
So is that controlled? Would you say?
I think it just happens for the 6
Oh, okay.
engagement.
With the 6, yeah.
because of the 6, yeah. So the wall. Do you set it up to like shrapnel into the room, or are you just trying to like collapse the wall?
I think it's more impressive. Well, so Mirko, you have said perhaps that we should be hurting these people quite offensively.
I mean, you can't make an omelet without cracking a few chickens. Is that not expression?
Close enough.
No.
So I know they don't have shaped charges in
Eh,
Town, but pretend that I put shaped. We put the explosion is inwards towards the building. It leaves the structural part of the wall, the beams or whatever, standing fine, and blows everything else inwards with a fair amount of concussion force. So I imagine like people casualtied, if not
mhm.
not
Yeah.
dead, but like concussed and perhaps like very annoyed.
Yes. So you blow the hell out of this wall, and send a bunch of like stone concrete style fragments into the room. You walk in. Basically, the explosion goes off, and you guys roll in, and it's chaos because that's how it happens when you go places. Apparently, the like a few dazed pipe lizards like on the floor around you. You're sort of looking down into the bar area, and like everyone has turned to look at you, and there's like 30 people standing down there.
So the people
And-
on the upper level, they turned down for what?
God damn it.
Specifically, the people right over the top of you.
Yeah.
A few of them, a few bodies hit the floor like around you.
like dropping plates on your ass.
Oh boy.
I let the bodies hit the floor.
to the floor around you, and they are several of them have like long arms. Just blew the guards off the top of this thing, right, and down. But they're not moving anymore, and they're just kind of like the guns sort of skitter away from them. And you have literally everyone's attention. You can see the bartender like going under the bar.
No blasters! No blasters!
I probably turned to veteran. I'm like, do you want to make the first offer or shall I?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, this will all be over very quickly. I just need you to sign these documents and we will be out of your way. And you can go back to drinking your shit or whatever you do here.
Drinking your shit.
Does Vetra like? Is Vetra literally leading the pack in?
In her pristine white suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
walking through the debris, just still perfectly clean white suit. Kind of a weird
Alright.
smirk on her face that does not seem appropriate to the situation.
Yes, it does.
It's 100% appropriate.
She basically like walks to some table in the middle of the room and slaps down like a pile of papers and drops this little, it's like a decorative cup full of ink quills. And she goes, if you would all line up in an orderly fashion, we can make this relatively painless.
The quills are on chains back to the ink pot.
Right.
So
And the ink
So,
is
yeah, you-
disturbingly red.
red, like clotting a little bit at the top too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Vetra walks in and puts down his document on his table, and you can see everyone in the room turn and look at the bartender, who's an older woman, not immediately in your mind associated with the Pipe Lizards, but like
Mhm.
in the proprietor of the establishment for a while. And she's still got her hands under the table, under the bar, I guess I should say.
I'm gonna point at her and I'm gonna say, "Sir,
Bang.
if you wish to live to the normal age for your particular subspecies, I would recommend that you put your hands on top of the bar."
Okay, I heard a bang. Is that for real?
Well, she points at him. I thought it was funny, you know. Bang.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I-
Okay. There you go. I was like, it's hard to. I feel like I have to clarify with
Yes.
shit fingers because
Good policy.
we've done this before.
He's got an itchy shit finger.
Yep.
It's true.
Satara's probably
Do you
around.
want to give me a role of some type if you're trying
Yeah,
to
I was
keep her-
thinking command to.
I will assist.
I will assist.
Can I get two
Alright.
assists?
No, it's
I'm trying to decide if this is risky or desperate because she's already decided that you fucked her bar and that's unacceptable, and now you're probably going to try to get her to sign it away.
Is let's try to get and really is simply understand that it is ours now, and you don't want this piece of shit bar.
You will be well compensated, maybe by someone else at some point in time.
let's call it risky. Let's call
Okay.
it risky. With the outcome of obviously like her shooting at you and rallying
Yeah.
the troops if this goes wrong.
Yeah. What's the effect standard?
Standard. I mean, you're not gonna completely pacify the situation, but you're
Right.
gonna.
Okay. I'm gonna throw in a bonus die from. Is it shit fingers or miracle?
I mean, I piped up and gave you like the little intro there.
Okay.
So that was going to be my.
Okay. Boop.
Nice. You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
So you see her, and she makes eye contact with Vetra, which she clearly regrets immediately. And her sort of weapon, you can see her sort of slump a little, and she puts her hands back on the bar, and she says, "You got no call being here, wrecking my stuff. You need to get out of here right now, or we." And she sort of does this like motion pointing to everyone in the room above her head, sort of thing. It's like, we know how to handle your type in here, and you can hear cocking back around the room.
Good.
Don't see any pieces yet, but
Vetra's gonna reach into her jacket, or just reach into the coat for the mask, just in case it's needed. And she's gonna say, "I would caution against this course of action, and I provide you with the warning that I have ended enough lives to stretch bodies from here to the horizon easily."
that is quite the claim. Wow.
Would you like
Okay,
to speak to
so-
my associates? And she just kind of steps back and does the, "Come on, guys."
Mirko's gonna walk into the room and say, "We are very sorry to have interrupted your revelry. We understand that there were some peace talks. However, we were informed by your counterparts, the pipe, and I can't remember which one were in the den of.
Wizards.
The lizards were the last
pipe,
one. These are
we
the
were
lizards.
informed by the pipe lizards that now would be an excellent time to for us to strike as we have." I went French there, but but I would like to inform you that such peace is probably impossible with partners such as them, and finding yourself under the purview of From Accounting would be a lot better friends.
We have long-term contracts.
Very long term.
With contract, everything is simple. It's spelled out on paper in red and white, black and white. Sorry.
So from sort of a darkened corner of the room, you hear a voice shout, "They killed McGinty! They killed Stevie! These bastards burned him alive!"
Did we burn them alive? I'm pretty sure they were dead when we started burning them.
It's academic. I mean,
They burned briefly.
No, I am. Yes, that is the question that Shitfingers raises.
that's a pointless distinction, and you know it, you bastards!
Well, is distinction nonetheless, and perhaps, and I'll pull out like a Molotov cocktail. Perhaps reenactment is in order.
Yeah, somebody takes a shot at the guy with the Molotov cocktail.
That is best idea I have heard all night.
Yes, in the shit cistern with alcohol. Please shoot at the dude with a Molotov cocktail.
These guys name themselves the fucking pipe lizards.
As
That's all I'm gonna
But not-
say.
as previously
The fucking
established, I
pipe
stand
lizards.
5 meters away from Shitfingers at all times.
At all times, out of blast radius of whatever he's currently holding. Yes. Yeah, I don't even know how to resolve that. Shitfingers, do you want to try to chuck the Molotov at someone, or are you gonna like try to avoid the shot? Because weapons are about to be discharged, and you have made yourself the focal point with your fire and bottle.
Let's do a desperate wreck. Or
Okay.
desperate hunt.
You're trying to Molotov. I'm assuming from like desperate wreck, you are like trying to chuck the Molotov cocktail into a giant, the biggest pocket of people you can see, right?
Yeah. Well, somebody like if I'm being shot at, then it'd be more reflex action to just get it away from me, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, give me a desperate wreck. Your outcome is going to be somewhat suppressed just in terms of like how many people you can deal with at once, because there's a bunch of them. So
I will take Devil's Bargain. I'll take stress. I'll take 2 extra stress for a bonus die.
okay, Devil's Bargain.
Nice.
That's a desperate 6. Very nice.
So you get your
I mark experience, right?
Yep.
Yeah, your mark experience on a desperate roll. So you huck this Molotov cocktail away from you as a bullet impacts a table near you, right? Like
Oopsie.
shatters. And do you have a general direction you were attempting to throw it in? Like, are you chucking the bartender, or are you just getting it away from you?
Bartender
Here's
was
a
being threatened.
cocktail.
Was
Was being threatened, but seems to be like disarmed.
became more reasonable.
So the least reasonable person I can see.
Person who shot you.
Wait, that is not myself.
Vetra is
Okay.
on fire.
Yeah, so your preternatural skill with Molotov cocktails loops it up into sort of the upper decks of what used to be the cistern, towards the person who shot you, essentially. And suddenly the wood construction up there, that all the tables and everything is on fire because it's all alcohol soaked and everything, and there are people that are screaming and Wilhelm screaming and tumbling from the balconies onto people below, and suddenly everything is freaking chaos. More organizing towards violence, however, because that just happened. So some of them are screaming and running for the exits, and some of them are there, but there are definitely people who are like pulling their own weapons and ready to fight you.
Vetra, this is what you wanted, yes?
More signatures mostly, but
Can still get signatures.
is opportunity. if
Signing
nothing
shit,
else.
and then here comes somebody with a chair from behind the group.
I want to call a flashback for some prep. You can tell me how much stress this is going to be, Zach, but I essentially view this as a prime field opportunity for accounts receivable to get some
That's what I was gonna do.
experience. They're my boys.
Okay.
These are my lovable dirty dozen, and I want to essentially just have them with me. So then, as soon as they hear the whoosh of the cocktail going in, I just yell out. I duck back out. Yeah, inevitable with you. I duck back out into the exterior of the pipes where we came from, and I just yell out, "It's game time!" And then all of a sudden, you just hear clanging of all of them just like rattling the pipes as they come in, and you just hear the ruckus, "Oi, those are large," and just repeated shouts of "Oi!" And
Oi, 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 oi,
yeah,
oi,
pretty much.
oi.
And
Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the new package of mortgage? Can refinance you down 8.2%.
Yes, and as they come right in, I just start out. I've only taught them one game, but it's a good one.
So, my favorite part of this plan, though, is that you essentially were like, okay, guys, at our signal, you should flood the room.
Mm-hmm.
As it always is, people burning and screaming. That's the signal. So yeah, so your boys like dive in. I imagine like the five of you the four of you that are still in there sort of standing there surveying the wreckage that is to come, right? And then just like your goons who are sort of in my head dressed like grown-up versions of like any given like street urchins, right? With the patches and the hats and
Precisely.
and they all sort of stream in around you and start like using, I guess, chair legs and things to defend themselves against the various lizards.
Yes.
That are
and the game that I taught them is that right before they swing at anybody, they shout in their face, "Dodge!"
Outstanding.
okay.
I love that
Awesome.
game.
Awesome. That is happening over a spreading area in this room, sort of opposite the fire.
Yep.
Great. As far as a flashback, does it actually cost you like
That's kind of up to
have your crew around? Because
It's
that's
0 to 2, up to you.
Yeah, it more depends on your judgment of like how much extra effort it would have been to do that.
And to keep them all like, were they like quietly waiting for this to happen, or were they like?
I was Hopefully, I could get them to like wait until something made it very obvious they were needed.
We're gonna call it 1 stress for being the equivalent of like a criminal second grade teacher.
Yes, I can deal
On
with.
a field trip.
I can deal with 1 stress. So yes, they're in there making a scene,
Cool. Yeah, no, they are raising hell.
and
And
I'm
they
about to
are-
join them.
Great. Yes. I'll get some on the job training.
Hmm.
Yep. So going to go off around you all now. Fire is a very real issue, and the bartender is just kind of like standing there, like behind the bar. A group of you. She's clearly like unafraid or just like resigned or whatever. It's like you fuckers. Why did you do this, you fuckers? But she hasn't shot anyone yet.
I think I'm going to try to talk her out of shooting people, and into joining sides, because that's basically all I'm good at in a fight, anyways. Is being like, punch them, not me.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, I'm probably going to like, strut up to the bar.
In the middle of all this, just
Oh,
be
yeah.
like duck a flying person and then like smash a dude with a beer bottle and
And like one
walk
of the
over
guys
bar.
from accounts receivables like gets walloped, and I sort of like sidestep around them.
Okay.
And then just like pull up a stool at the bar. And like probably like try to buy a drink and like talk to her as an equal, sort of thing, and be like,
Okay.
it doesn't like. We could have just fixed walls. Bullets were not necessary, but at this point, we are not unreasonable. It's like this chaos is unfurling behind me.
So as you're talking to her, she like reaches under the bar. She's still got one hand under the bar, right?
Yeah.
She reaches under the bar and pulls out a shot glass.
Yeah.
Sets it on the table. She reaches down into the bar with the same hands, grabs a bottle of something. It's hard to tell. Pours yourself a shot. Takes a shot.
And I put like some like money for 2 shots on the bar to like buy her one as well. And just be
Yeah.
like,
And it's
we have
this whole
middle
time
management
she-
opportunities emerging all the time in our company. You seem
The
like a
whole
resourceful
time.
woman. Yeah.
the whole time you're making this pitch, she has not broken eye contact with you.
Yeah.
She's like very clearly holding a weapon in her other hand.
Oh yeah, no, like she's totally gonna Han Solo me, and it's gonna be fine.
Do you want to make a roll?
Yes.
Contract acquisition negotiations in the middle of a burning firefight is probably a desperate roll.
I mean,
this is fine.
The only thing I make are desperate consort rolls, apparently. So.
The only roll that we have. Clearly.
Position
make us some
desperate.
minstrels.
Standard effect.
Here's my fiddle stick.
So we're gonna call it standard.
Okay, and I'm going to
Unless
push
you've got
myself.
something special, you can throw it.
I mean, I have like a fine cover identity, but that seems a bit passe.
Yeah, we're well past her giving a shit who you actually are.
Yeah.
Right now.
So yeah, I'll just I'll push myself. That's a 5. So I
Okay.
get shot a little probably, but
Shot a little.
That's
Yeah.
probably
So
I
you
got
can-
better.
as she's like mulling over, you can see she still hasn't broken eye contact with you.
Oh yeah.
Even as like bottles are smashing around both of you and all this. And then like a pipe lizard tackles you from the side and like throws you to the ground, and now you're trapped under them.
Okay. And it's
So
just
that.
just the one person.
Just the one guy
Okay.
is directly engaged you. I haven't heard from Bird in a while.
No, I was gonna ask. Okay, so there's the gang fighting. What's going on upstairs? I think earlier you said
Around
there
the
was.
top.
Mhm.
So around the top there were apparently like guards, and I don't know if it's clear whether they were there for whether they're usually there, whether they're there for the peace talks, but there were dudes with guns up above.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't up there anymore.
Okay.
It looks like some of them probably still are and just have either been shooting into this mess or have been reluctant to do so because of the likelihood of hitting people they don't want to hit. But there's still dudes with guns up
Okay.
there.
How much activity is there near Merkel with the pipe besides the pipe lizard that tackled him?
Starting to kind of close in his direction. The front established by your thugs is sort of breaking as numbers overwhelm them and their lack of training is showing. So like the pipe lizards are advancing on his position a little bit.
Okay.
But they're not quite there yet.
I would like to run over, pick the guy off of Mirko, and start throwing punches between the wizards and lizards with my lurk ability.
Okay.
So just kind of, again, ducking and dancing between the crowd and making them think that maybe some of them have turned on each other.
Okay, so yeah, so you pick you run in and you grab the one off of Mirko and you throw him. Hold on. Stop jamming is hard. Hold on one second.
Sure.
I'm imagining a circle throw in judo, like Tomonage, and just whoop, and away they go.
I was kind of picturing throwing him into a crowd of lizards or something.
Exactly, like the back of a crowd of lizards that's already fighting your goons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to do that, and you got him bouncing off, back and forth, and suddenly they're not sure whether a new front has opened up and the lizards have shown up and now everybody's fighting everybody or what. Yeah, no. They are now fighting a two-front war against themselves.
So because I'm trying to go behind them, would I roll Prowl for punching them and running away?
Prowl is
Sounds good
totally
to me.
ambush with close violence.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Doing it. Risky?
Yeah, I'm gonna call it risky.
And 1 for pushing myself. Okay. Rand.
So yeah, you managed to do the thing, right? You chuck this lizard back into the pack of his friends, and then
running into the skirmish to make them keep turning around.
Yep.
Hit each other.
And then that's about the point where the bartender slams the shotgun down on the front on the top of the bar.
Yeah.
It's and yells as loud as her old lady lungs will allow for, which is fairly impressive actually. On my bar, and then she but she doesn't hit you. She's just shooting around you. But
you cut out after you said, and then she it's silence.
Oh, good. We're gonna leave it there then. Drama. No. Yeah. So she slams the shotgun down in the bar and she hurls threats in your direction. She makes eye contact with you, and as you weave in and out of these dudes, she's really not sure she doesn't want to shoot you because she knows you're also associated with Mirko.
Okay.
She hasn't made up her mind about you yet.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't respond to her.
It's a good idea. You should definitely not antagonize the armed old lady.
No.
What we got? Who's next?
Hmm.
Anyone looking like they're willing to sign yet?
I could threaten people, or we could use
Hmm.
lady.
I
Scary.
think I have an idea.
You can put on the mask.
Quick question: Is signature during possession? Does that still count?
I think it depends on the bar you're associated with.
This one.
Yeah, this is the bar. This is the bar that Cool has to pass.
I guess
Signature while possessed.
you'd have to prove that you were possessed at the time, which seems like a pretty tall order in order to try and invalidate this contract, right?
Yeah, but I think once they did, it would call into question like literally everything you have. It really depends on this role and future roles, I suppose. I would probably be putting that little nugget in my back pocket. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to deny you a story hook. So it is mask and ghost time. So the teeth come out. This one's a little bit different than the last one. It's a little pointier. It could just be the lighting or something, but these teeth seem like canine ones. And I'm gonna see if we could summon something beefy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my compel special ability to try to attune to the ghost field to force the spirit to appear and obey my commands. So is this risky or?
Trying to get spirit field to obey your commands. Well, that's usually a thing that you want to like have preparation time and like optimal conditions for, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like it's something that's fairly risky under normal circumstances, right?
Yeah.
It can go pretty bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is probably not optimal circumstances. Let's go.
You sure?
Maybe call that a. Let's call that a desperate roll. I think. With the usual levels of and a standard effect though, because it's going to be.
Yeah. It's 3 dice. Do you have a devil's bargain in mind, maybe? I like dice.
The contract you got at the beginning of the session sticks.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't like that.
I do. That's really good. Especially because it's something Chris knows and Vetra doesn't.
Right. I don't mean like I don't like it, but I mean it's supposed to be a devil's bargain.
That's tough, right? Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna push myself. So I'm gonna take my 2 stress and give myself an extra die. Oh, fucking shit!
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Mark your XP.
2-1-1-1.
The
possession happens. The bad news is it's possessing you.
This exact roll happened the last session we did of Blades in the Dark, I think.
With
Where
Bell's
Mike
hunt?
rolled a hunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
I think the smuggling episode.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
Is the ghost
Episode
just super
that you did?
pissed that like
Smugglers.
that I'm trying to get it to do such a menial thing like sign a contract for somebody else?
Desperate is real
Yeah.
bad harm. Just
Yeah.
putting that out there. Like, it's real bad harm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what shit I'm gonna do. So you reach out into like the sort of underlying network of spirit contracts,
Yeah.
bargain
the ghost
things,
internet.
right? Ghost internet, and you pull out what you think is going to be like. You can just shove into somebody and have them do a thing for you, and they'll bail, right?
Yep.
wind up getting sort of more than you bargained for. It is at this point. Oh, how do I do this without making it terrible? Okay, so
Make it
Could be
terrible.
terrible.
The-
Yeah.
Please
I
make
want
it
it to be.
terrible.
I want it to be terrible for Vetra. Other people immediately. Although it's going to get terrible for everyone, so it's fine. So
Well,
Bird, you still have? Are you still eye locked with the old lady down at the bar?
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay, so suddenly, uh, her eyes change.
That's
Uh-oh.
great.
Good. Good.
And jet black, but they have like weird fire contrails sort of coming off of the corners, and like all of the weird sort of veiny paleness on her body becomes like weirdly distended. And she stands up from behind the bar, and she literally lifts up the bar, and she just and her head snaps towards Vetra, and thus sort of towards the pack of you that's still over in that general direction. And
All right.
Good.
non-old lady voice, specifically like possessed demon voice, is like, "You motherfuckers need to get out of my bar," and she hurls the bar, the actual physical bar that's at the bottom of Cistern, at Vetra.
good.
It's fine.
I call that a baseline 3 harm of demon spirit thrown.
Can we call it disbarred?
Oh god.
Barred
Okay,
from
so
entry.
I'm gonna burn 2 inventory slots on an armor.
Right?
So here's the
Uh,
fun thing about harm, Zach. You can just say that stages it down 1 level, or it negates it. It's your call.
Taking a hit. Vetra is taking a hit.
Okay.
So that'll knock it down to level 2 harm.
Okay, can I resist from there?
Yeah, sure.
Probably prowess, huh?
Yep, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed.
Oh, I only have 1 point of prowess.
Good. Roll a 6.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. If I roll a 1 or 2, no, if I roll a 1, I'm traumatized.
Nice.
Hup.
Why did you say that before you rolled the dice?
Yes.
There you go.
So I take 1 stress.
1 stress.
And
is
one
that
harm.
1 harm probably,
Yeah, level 1.
Yep.
which is disbarred.
This part.
Battered, maybe,
Prejudice. Yeah.
or objection.
Yeah, just like battered, bruised ego, what terrified of this thing, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, question for: is this a demon or a ghost?
This is definitely on the demon side. Like, this is something old and very angry.
Good job.
Cool.
Yep.
That invalidates like half of my tools for dealing with things. Huh. Okay. Well, good luck, guys.
Okay. So
Oh.
this little old lady has just picked up and thrown a bar.
Yeah, and by the second she's like getting taller and ganglier, and like weird black lines are starting to grow on her skin, and digits are becoming sharper. It's getting bad real fast, like real fast.
Okay, hang on a second.
She is a demon or possessed by a demon? Not a ghost.
For the purposes of understanding what you're looking at, yeah, she's basically a demon.
This is fine.
Okay. So how are the boys handling all this? How are accounts receivable? Like, are they panicking now?
most of them were like on their backs getting beaten up by now anyway.
Oh,
But
my boy.
they all, yeah, like, so everybody, like, literally you, your boys, the lizards, everybody is now in sort of fight or flight mode with the crazy thing that's happening.
Okay.
So they are essentially breaking and running at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tyrus just kind of looks on for a second, and he closes his eyes for a moment, and he's kind of like moving his head back and forth to himself, and then he gives it a nod, and when his eyes open, well, you know, Zed, why don't you step in here for a sec? Zed, this is your realm.
Okay. So Tyrus's eyes close, and you see him sort of dip his head, and then he lifts his head back up, and when his eyes open, anybody who's paying close enough attention can tell that they're a different color. Not like a weird color, but they're like a different color. And Tyrus's posture changes. If anything, it becomes more aggressive than it was before, which Tyrus is a pretty aggressive dude to begin with.
He tries not to be, but yeah, it seems
Can be.
through. It seems through.
So Tyrus's eyes close and his head pops up, and you can see him sort of a little bit, and his stance change, and he's looking right at the old lady. And he says, anybody close enough to hear him can hear him say, "Oh, this again."
I think that's a good place to end it, actually.
His coda is he looks up at the old lady and he says, "Two can play this game, devil bitch."
you hear the
Credits.
Lost.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good with calling that there, and then we can pick this up next time to finish out the shit show that you people have created.
I mean, that's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
It is kind of our thing. I was a little worried that nobody was going to fail a roll, and it was just kind of going to go off without a hitch-ish, and I kept trying to throw things in, and then all of a sudden,
Leave
oh my
it to
god.
the one person with 4 dice.
All it takes is one roll for things to go pear-shaped.
All it takes is the fucking tooth mask.
That's
what it
too
was.
very.
All it takes is one bad roll when you're summoning demons to possess people to
It's
make
true,
things go
it's true.
bad.
That is definitely a thing that just happened. Yeah, no, I'm good with calling it there, and we can pick it back up hopefully next week-ish if we got time.
End of session stuff.
Yeah, so let's do end of session. A fair number of people got desperate rolls. I remember that. That definitely happened.
Maxim got 1 prowess, Mirko got 1 resolve, and Vetra got 1 resolve.
I did not roll any dice. I'm proud of
You
myself.
did not. I didn't get that done. So
That's okay.
So that happened. Haven't really finished the job yet.
Nope.
There won't be any outcome for that
That's fine.
Ever.
until next time.
End of session. End of campaign.
Okay.
Okay, is there any other end of session thing we need to cover before we go?
End of session XP happens regardless.
For
Oh, yeah.
characters?
Yes.
And the gang.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Somebody walk me through that because I'm still.
Yep.
I'm opening
you
as few tabs as possible on my computer right now.
You can open up our character sheets, and it's actually down the bottom of each of them.
Yep.
So, like, for the gang, it's execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab, which we did not do. But I would argue that we have contended with challenges above our current station.
Currently doing that, yes. I will allow it.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I mean, we kind of established previously that our professionalism is walking into a place, blowing something up, and then demanding people sign contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you-
that's. I mean, this is par for our course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That might be getting revised in the future, but for right now.
And then express the
look back on
goals,
this.
drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. And I think basically being like, let's go blow shit up and mess with these guys that we've already messed with.
That's pretty essential. That's
Yep.
definitely your essential nature.
So is that 3 XP?
That's 3, which levels out our crew.
Booyah!
I think we can just figure out what we level up next time once Mike's back.
Yeah.
We could also just do it over Discord.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And so individuals.
who do you want to start with, Zach?
Individual XP. Well, let's just go down the list of character sheets, I guess. Huh?
Cool.
So open up Bird now. Bird didn't have a desperate roll, right?
No.
Correct.
You can leave those for us to track, because that happens in real time.
Okay.
The other ones are end of session.
You addressed a challenge with stealth or evasion.
Started a fight with the
Yeah.
the wizards lizards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not
I can go with that.
starting it, but like starting them turning on each other, sort of thing.
Yes, being all tricksy with that situation. Yeah. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I wanted to be professional with Lord Benchcombe and just kind of use whatever experience I've had, like working with him, my former sponsor, who is my shady friend, by like dropping her name, sort of just doing jobs for nobility that want to get revenge on somebody.
Okay. I'll buy it. And then the last one was struggle with issues from your vice or traumas.
No.
Didn't really happen. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So how many XP is that?
2,
2. Okay.
I think. I don't think I did anything more than once, really.
Okay. Now looking at. Oh, it's shit fingers. It's just he has a real name. Okay.
Oh, it's Maxim.
Address
That's what it is. I can never remember that.
Maxime, yeah, it's Maxime. So address the challenge with technical skill or mayhem. He definitely burnt the
Yes.
shit out of those
Is that
people.
1 or 2 XP for that one? I mean,
I think
because there was
it's
a
just the one-
Molotov.
the one
There was a
Molotov.
Molotov
Oh,
and
and
a
the-
bomb.
Yeah, and the entry.
Oh, that's right. We did the pyro bomb. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's definitely mayhem. Yeah. That was technical skill on the original explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll give him 2 for that.
Okay.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Thing to explode a belief.
I don't know.
I don't remember anything specific there. Mike can correct me, I suppose.
Yeah.
If he wants to make a pitch. Struggle with issues from vice or traumas. I don't think that happened.
No, not really.
Mirka.
Yeah.
Mirka.
Da Kamerad.
Uh,
Addressed a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Um,
I basically tried to recruit as many people into conspiracies as I could this session.
we did that.
I
You
approached
are
3
building a
different people
conspiracy.
and tried to hire them into our organization.
Building a conspiracy.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's fine. That works. And I mean, if you're building a conspiracy, I guess you did try to recruit 2 different people at
3.
least.
The noble lady.
The demon lady beforehand. Okay. Yeah. So we can call that.
Did you just
2,
tip your hand?
maybe?
Oh, so
We'll see.
there was the demon lady, there was the noble lady who's not a great contact because I rolled shit,
Oh.
and then
yeah.
there's the guy in the hospital.
Captain Broke Legs.
Or the veterinarian's office or whatever it was. Whacked out on
Awesome.
whiskey and horse tranks.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is using my name without signing proper.
It's a
authorization
cocktail.
forms.
God. Yeah, it's a cocktail, and then just like the meds around the rim of the beaker are garnish. Good. Belief drives heritage or background. I went back to where I'm from. kind
Yeah,
of.
that definitely happened.
Yeah. So I'd probably say 1 for
That
that.
definitely happened. Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, you did your vice, but I didn't really struggle with it at
Yeah,
all. Like,
exactly.
there's nothing
So
coming back on.
what's your total?
3.
Boop boop.
Zach, does me stalking the dude before the job, the hat guy, count for stealth evasion?
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely addressing that challenge with stealth and evasion.
Sure. Okay, so 3 XP then.
Bloop bloop.
Thank you.
Alright, Tyrus. Address the
You-
challenge with violence or coercion.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot that I could get XP for this time because I mean, I called in the boys. That wasn't really me addressing anything. I didn't roll a desperate action. I didn't coerce. I don't know. About the only thing is, in the near future, I will struggle with issues. But that
It's true. That's about to happen. I think that's gonna get taken next time, though.
next
Did
time.
you-
Didn't you lean on the guy with the broken legs?
Yeah, I think we coerced him.
Yeah. So I mean, like you went along with
yeah.
him for that.
I mean, that's up to Zach if that counts.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Muted myself. I will accept the combination of that and calling in the cavalry at the bar as sort of one address the challenge.
That'll work. Then I got one.
So what's your total?
Just one.
Okay. Sorry.
Nice, fine.
And then Vetra.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, address challenge with knowledge or arcane power. You definitely addressed a challenge.
Contracts.
A couple.
I tried to
A couple of them.
address the first challenge of what are we going to do with this peace thing with trying to get them to sign contracts, which involves my legal knowledge, and I also tried to resolve what's going on with all this mayhem by summoning a demon, which is arcane power.
That is definitely 2 ticks. I will give you that. Turns out that
addressed a challenge, not successfully
yeah,
addressed.
no,
a
you
challenge.
didn't have to. It's not fixed a thing.
Yep.
It's did a thing.
Yep.
That's the important part. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Background. I mean, if it's the legal stuff, then I would the evaluating the contract crap we got from those dudes, the 2,000-page one or whatever.
Yep, I'll buy that as an example. Sure.
I think pulling out the mask is expressing your heritage.
I think
Oh,
she
yeah.
was just readying it. Or did you
Oh, no,
put
I
it
put-
on to summon?
I
She
put it
put it
on
on.
when I summoned the demon
Yeah.
because
Yeah, whenever she
Yeah.
summons stuff, she puts on the mask.
Well,
Yeah.
the spirit mask. This is a very specific reason I put it on. It says allows you to see supernatural entities in great detail. Also affords protection against possession.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So there was a reason I did it this specific time.
Would the masks you make us protect us against possession?
That would probably be like an acquire an asset thing,
Yeah.
but maybe.
Yeah, that would be
Or a
there
long-term
would probably
project.
be a project involved there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be worth it at this rate, because can you imagine Tyrus becoming one of those things? And, oh, it'd be horrifying. Just horrifying.
Indeed. No issues from vice or traumas this session, so is that 4?
And we got 1, 2...
think
2
so.
for the challenge and
It
2
sounds
for the
like it.
beliefs and drives.
Yep,
and
sounds like 4.
You're
Okay.
kind of an XP factory, especially the rate at which you failed desperate actions.
I'm gonna dump all of those into prowess, I think.
I went all into playbook.
Oh, wait. I can unlock Tempest soon. Yeah, I'm gonna get playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
End of
Yeah.
session stuff I'm probably going to be putting into playbook for a while because there's a lot of good stuff in Spider.
Alright. Did we already do all the from accountings, or do we need to look at that too?
Well, the
we
from
did them.
accounting.
Yeah, we did the gang.
Yeah.
That was the first one we did. I walked you through that one.
Cool. Alright.
There we go. Thanks for
Indeed.
watching, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, Internet.
Y'all.
Goodbye,
Good
Internet.
night, Twitters.